Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to a podcast will save this relationship.
I'm Sarah, she, her.
It's 1:30. I'm Josh, he, him. Or it's not 1:30. It's 12:50. We just got done recording the podcast. On today's podcast, we talked about the Book of Henry,
which broke
for
us
the second time, and we'll talk about that in a second.
I had a mental breakdown because Joe Biden sent $1 billion to Israel.
Yeah, it's fun times, good times, great, awesome.
Not on the podcast. A separate time.
Yeah, at a different time, yeah.
And we had to re-record it.
We had to re-record, yeah. So
that
this
was
is our
bad.
fourth attempt at recording a podcast for this week, yeah.
So I don't listen to anything I say in this one. Don't judge me. We're on vacation at the time that this comes out. Don't at me. Don't DM me. I'm gone.
Yeah.
And I'll be back next week. Bye.
Yeah. And so we did the Book of Henry and then we did Red Stories. So go like, comment, subscribe, hit the gosh darn bell, raise 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts.
Do it.
Our socials, our links are down below. Go donate to Wallace GoFundMe.
Yes.
They have gotten past 20,000, which is fucking crazy.
It's awesome.
And please enjoy the episode. Everything's down in the description. I'm so tired. I'm so hungry. I need to eat.
Free Palestine, free Congo, free Sudan.
Free Congo, free Sudan.
Free Yemen, Ethiopia, Kashmir.
Yeah.
Haiti.
Yeah. Enjoy the episode, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
I have 13 LaCroix ready here.
Yes.
On standby.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna do this podcast, all right? This is take 4 now.
Take 4.
Take 4, technically speaking.
Jesus.
Welcome to the show. How you doing, Sarah?
The podcast don't be flowing like it used to.
Yeah, the levee is drying up.
Yeah.
I am also good. I don't even have my water yet. Whatever. I got 13 LaCroix on hand.
That's a lot of water.
Yeah, that's enough water for a lifetime. Okay. We've tried doing this. We have tried.
Yes.
I
had a mental breakdown.
The first time
because of the book, how bad the book of Henry has ruined this podcast.
Yes, yeah, for
whoever
sure.
that person was that called it, that sent in that shit and was like, you should totally watch the Book of Henry. It's nuts. You've ruined this podcast. I'm sorry to say.
I'm sorry. We are gonna discuss it. But,
we are.
But it has led to a series of unfortunate events.
Yes. A string of bad luck.
Not even, you know what? Okay, you know what? Maybe not Book of Henry. Finding Forrester has done more harm to this podcast.
Finding Forrester was really bad.
Was worse than okay. We at least were able to record after I watched Book of Henry.
I think you know, it's been a bunch of realizations back to back that things are as bad as they are, and they have been for a long time.
Yeah, and so having to come up here and
be
do
funny,
the funny is
and be
little difficult.
Hard. Difficult. Not great.
We're going to do it, not for ourselves. We're going to do it for fucking Walla. Because
the Palestinian
that
woman,
we have been connected with through Operation Olive Branch.
And for every fucking Palestinian that exists, that is being bombed by Israel.
Because if we can get people to look at our freaking link tree.
Our stupid shit.
And they might see information about Palestine that's important, and it might de-radicalize them, and that's what we want to do.
That's it. All you have to do.
That's our goal. Yeah.
That's the idea. And I'm imploring you, listener.
You at home.
To talk about Palestine and to go and fucking talk about it everywhere and scream it from every goddamn corner of the world.
Yeah.
Palestine and Congo and Sudan and all of these fucking places that are being colonized and are being genocided, go and scream at the top of your lungs about it, because me too. Yeah. I am too.
Keep protesting.
We're all going to stand together and do this together.
Yeah.
Because the people in power are not doing it.
Yeah.
So that's it. Now we will be funny.
Yeah, we will be the comedy podcast of the people. Damn it.
We will freaking do it.
All right, we're going to do it.
We're going to read the stupid shit that you guys want us to read.
And we're going to watch the stupid movies y'all want us to watch.
And we're going to talk about it.
We're going to do it. We're going to fucking do it.
And we're going to be mentally strong about it also. And I'm not. going to a psychiatric hospital.
No, we're not doing it. We are going to
unless I really need it.
Yeah,
I will go.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
we're not saying that's bad. But yeah,
I'm saying that I'm going to be mentally here.
Yeah. So right now, today it's Thursday. We're going to try and have everything done by Sunday, so that way there's still a podcast that goes out on Tuesday next week, which will be when you guys are listening to it now.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna fucking do it. Damn it.
We're gonna freaking do it.
So yeah. Sorry to come in hot, but we had to. Because yeah. So. You already know what's happening first, Sarah. And I'm sorry we both have to relive this.
I'm going to shut the fuck up and disassociate for the next hour and 40 minutes while you retell
the first time
the story
I did this,
of the
it
book
took
of
an hour
Henry.
and a half, I think. Yeah, to discuss
you
the
said
book
you were
of
going
Henry.
to speed run
I'm
it.
going to try to, but I don't think I can. I don't know how that happened. I just spilled LaCroix all over myself. I'm not going to keep
Christ
going.
himself has wanted us to not do this podcast. I'm trying to tell you guys right now.
I have defied the wishes of those above me to talk about this fucking thing. What do you mean I have a notification on my personal Instagram? No, I don't. Get out of here. Stop. Okay. All right. So I'm pulling up my notes. I took six pages of notes for the Book of Henry.
Yeah.
Current score. Put this on the APWSTR wiki, fandom wiki, when you make it. Unfrosted had no notes. What was the first one I did? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
What was it? What was the first one I did? It should be. Wait. Boyhood. It had 3 notes. This one has 6. So we're doing a -3 + 6 pattern that we have for Josh Mansplains blank. So if you don't know,
such a good statistics major, man.
Yeah. So yeah. God. Okay. So Book of Henry. It's a movie.
Can you believe I was gonna go to college this summer? And I just fucking missed it. Apparently they started this week.
College period.
Classes
really?
fucking started this week. I missed it. I missed the whole thing.
Cheers. Hell yeah.
Fuck that. Now I gotta pay for my taxes out of my pocket and not take on another loan.
Patreon.com/APWSTR, buymecoffee.com/APWSTR. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Book of Henry. It's a movie.
All right, I'm out.
Yeah. By Colin Trevorrow and some guy that made. Sarah's flipping off the camera for those of you at home that are listening on audio. So it's written by some guy, and there's a folding at home video about the Book of Henry, and I've watched bits and pieces of it recently. There's probably not going to be a lot of overlap because that video is smart and we are dumb and we are fucking stupid. So I'm not gonna there's the obvious Jesus interpretation that Henry is Jesus because it's called the Book of fucking Henry, and it's and his last name's Carpenter. And his brother is Peter, and there's all these things. Doesn't matter. I don't fucking care, dude. I'm not gonna talk about it. Because it doesn't matter what happens to Henry in this movie, because he's not even the main goddamn character technically. Okay, he's not top billed. All right, I'm so mad that I have to re-talk about this. I'm so pissed, but we're doing it. Okay, so Book of Henry is an hour and 40-minute long movie. It feels like 3 hours. The first 40 minutes, I'm going to give it credit, kind of. 20 asterisks is what I'm about to say.
It is kind of good.
It's okay.
I didn't see it.
You haven't seen it, but you did
I heard about it, and I was like, this sounds good, Josh. Why are you mad?
Yeah, why are you mad?
And then he talked
more.
And
then it takes a left turn, much like a Reddit story, and where you start talking about how your wife's a dumb bitch whore. This movie really takes a left turn. I'm feeling it. Maybe we did need to wait 4 times to record this one. So, okay. That's how it fucking goes.
That's how it goes sometimes.
So I'm going to pull out my goddamn notes. I'm going to try and speedrun this. It's not going to happen, but it's fine. So, okay. It's the basic plot, without spoiling too much, even though I'm going to spoil the entire thing.
Right.
Henry's a genius.
Yeah.
He's the smartest boy who ever lived. And he's the best.
He's you called him wise the first time you talked about it.
I did not mean to say wise.
Well,
I meant
that makes sense. A lot of the ways in which you talk about him, this little boy that was real Henry.
Yeah, he's a real man. Yeah,
it was a real boy.
It was based on a true story.
Yeah.
Just lying.
It's the way that kids would think a cartoon character is wise, like Master Splinter.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
It's like if Master Splinter was like an 11-year-old child.
Yeah.
Which is funny as fuck.
Yeah, so basically the whole plot is he's a genius and he suspects that his neighbor his neighbor is getting abused
by her dad, who is Hank from Breaking Bad,
who I will only refer to as such because I know his real name, but he's Hank from Breaking Bad, which is also there's two people from fucking Unfrosted that are in this movie. It's Hank from Breaking Bad and also Bobby Moynihan, so I cannot even escape the 7 degrees to Unfrosted game with this fucking movie.
Yeah.
But okay, so basically he suspects that his neighbor / love interest / not love interest is getting abused by her dad. And so he's going to start hatching a plan, but then things kind of go a little
crazy.
Different. Yeah. This movie was written in the 90s and it's been rewritten for 15 years, which is something I learned from the Folding at Home video.
That's wild.
And then Colin Trevorrow of Jurassic World fame was like, sold, let's make it. And then Michael Giacchino got like forced.
Also Jurassic World fame.
Also Jurassic World fame and other movies where he made a good soundtrack. I will say
and Boss, the TV show.
Yeah, credit to Michael Giacchino. He carries the first 40 minutes and the rest of the movie. But I mean,
everything that man touches is gold. I'm sorry.
He's good at making the music. It's good score. And that's why I need to give 20 asterisks to the first 40 minutes because there's a lot of bullshit that happens in the first 40 minutes that is negated by the back half of the movie. Okay, credit as well, but that's only because we've watched 2 shitty movies so far. This movie's shot and cinematography wise has the feeling of a movie. Which is, I guess, that's where the bar is. It at least feels like a movie. But the story is bad. The story is very bad. So it opens up. The title sequences is just like it's like 3 minutes long, but it allows Michael Giacchino to shine, which is fine. Yeah, great. This movie also came out in 2017, 1 year into Trump. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. Okay. It's basically a little notebook. It's a notebook of all the things, and it's like all the little things that are gonna happen later. When I first talked about this with you, I said that there's 100,000 Chekhov's guns in this movie. Yeah. And I still believe that. I still believe that that's the only piece of screenwriting.
There's a lot of stuff that comes back in later
that you don't even think matters.
Which I guess is like, I remember there's a time where I thought that meant that the writing was good. Like, oh, like, you know, you have those moments where you're like, oh, the thing from before. And like, that's how you know the movie is written good. No, I don't think that anymore. I think that was like 12 when I thought that, you know?
This is the only piece of screenwriting advice that this man's ever been given is he set something up.
The cheese from Act 1.
It came back and now it's moldy.
Oh, fuck, that's crazy. Time has passed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the movie starts out and Henry's a genius. And here's how we know that Henry's a genius. If I'm not mistaken, the first scene, I'm going to double check my notes, but I'm just going to... Okay. It's him and his little brother. He has a little brother named Peter. Peter Carpenter and Henry Carpenter. Yeah. Jesus. Jesus and Peter, they get on the bus and I think Peter's getting bullied and there's a voiceover, which will be important because there's a lot of voiceover in this movie, where Henry's like, sometimes, you know, people are mean, sometimes people are nice, and sometimes people will surprise you, but usually they don't. That's the first.
I hate that. Let me talk about this. Fuck you, man. I don't know, but most of the time they don't. Like
And by the way, in that shot too, it's the shot of like a bully like forcing Peter like into his like sandwich, like peanut butter and jelly. Like, and sometimes they don't surprise you; they'll still bully you. Yeah.
He named. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit to the presentation. Yeah. Where he name drops existentialism. And I'm like, yeah. And then also like in the car later where his mom is like, you know, something bad. She's like, what if they think bad about me or something? He's like, that's not the worst thing in the world. Worst thing in the world is apathy. Yeah. And saying people will surprise you, but most of the time they don't. How's that not apathy?
It's a little bit apathetic. Yeah. Because you just expect people to stay the same forever. Yeah.
How is that not? How do you not believe in your fellow man?
This movie's very contradictory, and I'm actually kind of happy we've discussed this twice now, because there's a lot of shit that happens afterwards that doesn't make sense.
Right. Like, fuck that, man.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So Henry, no, you're good. Don't worry. So Henry's a genius, and like he's name dropping existentialism. But before that, so we smash cut to him, not him, but it's the classroom, and the chalkboard says "My Legacy," and they're all doing presentations about my legacy.
Yeah.
And the first kid, because we have to juxtapose Henry with your dumb as bricks, stupid fucking moron kid, 11-year-old dumbass
dodgeball in the Olympics, which is cute as hell.
Which is cute, and he, this kid is like set up to be like a cute kid, like he has like a gap between his two teeth, and he's not.
That's cute.
He's not, he's like, he's a little nervous about presenting, and like he can't really say words correctly, or like doesn't have good grammatical sense. He's 11. He's an
11-year-old child.
And, and everyone like gives the polite clap, and then he sits down, and then Henry gets up and
is like, loser. What an idiot.
Fake and or gay,
like, man,
actually there is no dodgeball in the Olympics, fucking idiot. Like,
yeah, he dunks on him.
Yeah. So then I'm going to steal this from the Folding Ideas video, but he does mention like what is our legacy, and like existentialism is name dropped, but like, it's not about like, the numbers in our bank account or how many commas we have in our bank account, right?
Right.
And then the next scene is him on a payphone outside of the school doing stock trades. Like, I wouldn't say more advanced than what I know, but like he's doing like, okay, so if the stock goes over 65, you gotta sell it, but if it's under 60, buy. Got it. Okay. And then he snorts coke off his finger, and it's actually Jordan Belfort.
Right.
Yeah, but no.
And then I point out that this is parentification.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, Henry,
he's a parentified child.
Yeah, he is the patriarch of the Carpenter household.
Mm-hmm.
Because then we're introduced to the mom, and the mom's late to picking up the kids, and like, she apologizes, and Henry's like, you gotta get a new car, and she's like, there's nothing wrong with an old car or some shit, and it's gonna be repeated 20 million times throughout the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter. They drive home. I don't think they had a conversation. Checking notes real quick. Fucking
Well, he does all the finances, and he does everything for everyone.
Yeah, and also I want to say for the record, during that scene where he says we gotta do what we can while we're on this side of the dirt. That's Chekhov's gun number 7. Okay, so
right, who's gonna have the dirt?
Yeah. Also, Henry says he won't go to a gifted school, and this is also the thing I'm gonna steal from the Folding Ideas video. Thank you, Folding Ideas, for being smarter than me.
Yeah.
He says to the teacher in a condescending way, like, because the teacher asked him, "Why don't you go to the gifted schools? You're so smart and awesome."
Yeah.
And Henry's like, "Well, it's to help my psychosocial development." And Folding at Home pointed out that he has like no friends and like doesn't talk to anyone. Like, yeah. So keep that in mind.
Well, it's also like, but you dunked on that kid for dodgeball. Like, there's a weird self-servingness to like having a kid that's like doesn't have any flaws at all. Like, I guess the flaws are that spoiler alert that he gets cancer.
Yeah, the biggest flaw, death.
Well, it's like interesting to see what this movie thinks is good and bad.
Yeah, the moral structure of this movie,
because it makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Like, I don't.
And I will say, for the record, again, the first 40 minutes does not set you up for the last hour. Like, now, because like originally, like you were like saying and like defending this movie, which I kind of was too in the beginning when I was watching. I was like, things are happening like a movie works, right?
Yeah,
like this seems like okay.
Like, I needed to trust you, and listener, you need to trust us. This is not good.
No,
this movie is not good.
It seems like it could be okay. And then Sarah Silverman kisses a child, but we'll get to that.
And it does all kind of go downhill from there.
After that point.
You're not wrong.
That is kind of where it kind of happens, yeah. So, okay, Henry likes making Rube Goldberg machines. This is metaphor number 3, and Rube and...
yeah, it is, huh? Kind of. Yeah,
metaphor number 3, Chekhov gun number 7B, parentheses, will become another Chekhov's gun later.
Maybe, and this is crazy.
Yeah.
Let's explore this part of my toxic brain. You know, and I'm acknowledging that it's toxic. So you don't need to tell me a third time.
Yeah.
Guys. But maybe I just don't like this kid because he name dropped existentialism and he's a white boy. And I'm like tired of white dudes not you, because you never talk about. I talk to you about existentialism.
That is fair, yeah.
And then you eat it up and you go, thank you. Yes, thank you, Sarah. Yeah. We all say in unison. Fucking But like, I think I'm just tired of white dudes not explaining shit correctly.
Yeah.
And then I have to go in there and be like, oh, actually, I thought it was this, this, and this. And then they turn around and they go, what do you know? You're just a woman.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, maybe I've just been so brain damaged from all the bullshit that I see online all the time.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like this child. And maybe we should all be more aware of how our aggression towards each other has been informed by the media and the behavior that we consume online 24/7.
So this is Chekhov's gun for the podcast number 1. I'm sorry. But yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, no, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, let's move on. So, okay.
Anyway, I hate this 11-year-old. Ooh,
yeah.
I just want to kill him. Ooh.
Yeah. So, yeah, he makes Rube Goldberg machines in, like, his backyard playhouse that's kind of like a tree house, but not, because it's not in a tree, but it's made out of wood and junk and shit.
But it's where they resurrect King Paimon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's when the movie's revealed to all take place in a dollhouse. Yeah. So, okay, Henry does all the finances for the house. Like, he takes in all the, like, the payments and stuff, and, like, the mom... I don't remember how the scene goes exactly, but like the mom like returns home from work and Henry's like at the kitchen dinner table, like on the MacBook, and it's like, all right, gotta do the math of what's coming in, what's coming out, right? And then the mom just like jumps over the couch and just immediately starts fucking gaming, dude. She's a gamer, and I'm gonna nitpick this. This is a nitpick what I'm about to say, and I'm aware that it's a nitpick, and that's why I'm allowed to say this. She plays with the controller in a way that I can only describe as giving me secondhand carpal tunnel, because it's like, and she's like really like hunched over, like, and even Henry points out, I think at some point, like, doing it that way doesn't make you better at the game. And then she's like, yeah, it does. It gets me in the fucking focusing the zone. Yeah. No, it doesn't, but that's beyond the point.
It just hurts your joints.
It just hurts your joints and your back and every single part of your body and my body as I watch it. But yeah, so he like literally like does all the finances. He is the patriarch of the house. He's like a father figure basically.
And Dad's gone. Dad's doesn't
dead.
exist. Dad's dead as hell.
Dad's probably dead. I don't remember.
It doesn't matter.
I do know their neighbor's wife is dead, and it's just Hank from Breaking Bad at the neighbor. But yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
So okay, at night, she's like reading a children's book to Peter in the bed, and Henry's just like off the bed. And she's reading it to both of them, and then she asks, not Peter, Henry, what he thought of the book, and he's like, "Oh, it's well told." And then there's a little like, you asshole. And then they set this up now. It is important later, I suppose, but everything that Peter and Henry, like, she asks, like, "Do you want a nightlight on?" And then one of them will say yes, one of them will say no, and she does one. And then the other, then she's like, a door open or closed, and then they both disagree, but then she does what the other kid wants. So they're kind of like they're opposites, you know, the brothers. Okay.
Would you say this book, or I'm sorry,
of
this
Henry?
this movie of Henry? I guess that's what the movie should have been. It's not a book.
It's a movie.
I watch it with my eyes. I don't read it with my eyes.
Yeah.
I watch it.
Yeah.
What the hell? Why is it a book? It's a movie.
Yeah.
Anyway. Fucking, do you think this movie is saying that like Henry died and that was like fate? Like he died of cancer and that's good, actually?
I don't. Well, because
it saves the girl.
I guess.
Spoiler alert, that's what happens.
Yeah, the girl gets saved. Not because of Henry, though, but we'll get into that. But yeah, like, I kind of, like, it's weird. Because, like, okay, because, like, I don't know what first of all, here's the question.
I'm morally opposed to this. The idea that children that die of cancer deserve it. And good.
Well, because at the end of it, because if we're going with the Jesus metaphor, I guess Henry had to die.
I mean, that's a part of the Jesus metaphor is that he needed
to die for our sins.
Right.
The sin of abusing your stepdaughter.
What?
It doesn't really work. I mean,
sorry, we're kind of jumping ahead, but we're going to get there.
Sarah has pre-knowledge of this because of canon events.
Yes.
So it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't make sense.
I just now, and that was days ago when I had the mental breakdown.
But now we're returned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I guess I'll go into why. I guess I can go into why I said the mental breakdown. I'm not going to go too into it.
Yeah, but I understand why you had a mental breakdown. I definitely do.
I have to explain it because people are going to be like, why have they already done it? I don't get it. You know?
Yeah. No, I get it. So, okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry for jumping ahead, everyone.
No, you're good. Fine. Yeah. So, okay. Henry also, there's a lot of times where Henry brings up Henry's like so good at everything. He has too many awards and he kind of bitches about it for a second. And also and Henry's like trying to convince his mom to like quit her job as a waitress, I think.
Yeah.
To just focus on books because they have the money for her to focus on it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be revealed later that this family's like multi-millionaire because Henry buys
like
and
really
sells
good
the stocks and bonds. Yeah, he's the best at stuff. Yeah. Okay, so then there's a breakfast scene, and Henry's teaching Mom how to download financial statements from the computer in 2017, and she doesn't know how to do it.
She's
and
like a baby. She doesn't know how to do anything.
A little baby doesn't know how to do anything other than waitress and game.
Agency at all.
Yeah, no agency in the plot whatsoever up until a point.
Yeah,
and even then, no, not really.
Kind of like she should really go to therapy and figure out what's happening with her life.
They also make fun of her for flipping them off incorrectly, but the way she does it is fine. It's like I don't remember. It's either like this, or it's like this, or it's like this. But there's the middle fingers out. Yeah, I don't even remember.
It looked like the way you did it. It looked like she was flipping someone off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Whatever. So then they go outside, and then it's revealed that Hank from Breaking Bad is their neighbor.
Right.
And then Hank from Breaking Bad's like, "Hey, stop getting your fucking leaves on my lawn, you fucking bitch."
See, and I would have shot him there.
Yeah. He's a cop. He's the police commissioner, and he's a stepfather to Stephanie or Abigail, like something. Christina. Where did I get Stephanie and Abigail from? I don't even know. Rhys. The daughter has a handshake with the mom because she's a cool mom. Okay, so then she goes to work, and Bobby Moynihan's the manager of a diner, and Sarah Silverman's like her best friend. And they just work together, and then is this the scene? Oh yeah, so the manager assumes that she lives in an apartment, but they live in a 2-story suburban house, like living next to the county cop commissioner or whatever. And then he's like, "What the? How? I thought you lived in an apartment. Do you want to set up direct deposit?" And then she's like, "Oh, I got to talk to Henry about that."
And Bobby Moynihan, financial decisions.
Yeah, and then he's like, "You're 11-year-old," and the excuse afterwards is, "Well, he's almost 12." And then we cut to another scene. Doesn't matter. Nothing. Whatever. Fucking stupid. Okay, so then there's a scene where Henry's playing checkers with a lunch lady, and he's playing, and then his brother comes up because a bully's taking like the little brother's medal or something, and then so he has to leave, and the lunch lady's like, "Hey, we're playing a game," and then he does that fucking annoying thing where he's so smart, he finishes the game in one move as if to insinuate that he could have finished the game the whole time, but he was holding back to help help the lunch lady's feelings. But it's not like chess, it's checkers.
Oh.
So not even the smart one, not even the smart game, it's checkers.
Yeah, it makes more sense with checkers to me. To be able to do that.
Because it seems like you could
easier.
Yeah, but but he's still smart, I guess. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So then he's running over to like go confront the bully, but then he stops to talk to Christina, and he asks her, "Is she okay?" And she says, "Yeah, I'm fine." But then Henry's like, "I don't fucking believe you. You're sad and sitting alone all by yourself." And
he thinks, like, from what you described, he just like stares at her a lot and is like, "You're abused."
Yeah, but it's weird because the movie's really implying without ever explicitly stating that
showing that
she's actually like abused,
which I guess is good.
Yeah, because I guess you don't want to show abuse on your screen, but like it's never...
also like if you're gonna tell an abuse story, like I do kind of believe in like
the only signs of abuse. So like the signs of abuse that she has is like she apparently has had lower grades, but that's not shown in the movie. It's said by Henry later.
Yeah,
she's having lower grades and like she's sitting by herself and she seems sad a lot. And when she dances, she cries.
Well, and also like the type of abuse that they're alluding to is like could be physical, could be sexual.
Yeah, and it's like not ever...
Which that is usually like showing it is not awesome.
Yeah.
People aren't gonna be like cool with it.
Yeah.
And so I kind of get it. I will say I get not showing it and only implying it.
But also
it's just funny that an 11-year-old inherently knows
the signs
of abuse.
And that's the thing too, is like the only other signs of the abuser is that he's kind of a dick sometimes and he drinks. Yeah. Those are the only two signs we get that Hank from Breaking Bad could potentially be an abusive piece of shit.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, listen, maybe that's part of the whole, like, you know, like you never really know someone, you know. I think it could work. But
I think even then I mean, you know, it's kind of problematic to be like the only people that abuse their children are assholes who are drunk.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not true. There are people that are very kind that are
and still
evil
abusive pieces of shit. Yeah.
Behind closed doors in that way.
But this movie's not nuanced. It's about Jesus.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You kind of gotta throw that shit out of the criticism out of the window.
Yeah,
because that's the level of symbology with this movie that we're getting.
Yeah, 100%. So Henry, you know, stops and then he forgets about his little brother during that time, and then the little brother calls out for him, and he's on the ground getting bullied by the bully, and then Henry diffusing the situation's just like, I told you not to fuck with him. And that resolves everything. And then a teacher comes up and breaks everyone up, but it's not like off camera.
He's got a ridiculous amount of power for an 11-year-old.
Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, it's never really like it's like he's a mob boss almost. Like,
that was good, yeah.
Hey, gabagool, don't fuck with him, or I'm gonna outsmart you.
Yeah, I'll break your leggies.
I'll break your leggies. Yeah, that's all it is. And then it shows like the metal's broken in half or whatever. So then there's like a kind of cute scene where like he's trying to cheer up the little brother, like pretending to climb a mountain with like two plungers.
Right.
Whatever. It's meant to tug at your heartstrings. That's what movies are for, you know.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, this movie. Yeah. Okay. Peter Piss. Whatever. Oh, okay. So Sarah Silverman comes home. Her name's Sheila in the movie, and then basically she and Henry, the 11-year-old, have beef for some reason.
And tension.
And yeah, tension is a good fucking word for that.
It's fucked up.
It's really fucked up. Yeah. So they have like and then like she walks past him to go see the mom, and then Henry and Peter are both like, oh, they're gonna get drunk, and then cut to both of them being drunk, and Henry and Peter sitting on the stairwell, like snooping on them as they're talking while they're drunk, and basically the mom and Sarah Silverman are both like, yeah, you're not gonna find a better man than Henry, the 11-year-old boy.
This shit is disturbing.
It's really bad. It's
like, I know it's played for laughs and like cutesy shit, but it's genuinely disturbing.
It's really bad. I'm like, I think there's a couple moments of the movie I had to pause and like just head in hand, like, what the fuck? Okay, we're gonna keep moving.
Like, I guess a large part of it that breaks me, and maybe it's just my childhood abuse kind of shit, is like the parentification, the loose boundaries around what's okay to say, what's okay to not say. What's okay to like think of your child as, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, I said it in the previous one where I broke down, but like, my mom showed me she would talk openly about like, we don't have any money for the next 2 weeks to eat food, to go out to eat. So we're going to figure out how to go 2 weeks on $12. And, you know, this stuff. And I was always like anxious all the time because of that. And hearing it as like a fun, cutesy shit while the real abuse next door is the physical, sexual.
Yeah. Not only that too, but the movie never.
It's not. It's something I'm projecting onto the movie.
No, I get that.
But that's why I have the reaction that I have. Is like, it triggers me in a way of like, well, that's not real abuse. You're just being helpful to your mom.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's how the movie plays it off, is because you're a genius child, you should do the finances, because then you're going to make your mom, you're $1 billion.
Because you have the brain of an adult, you have the responsibilities of an adult.
Which, like,
actually, no, that is a harmful statement to put out into the universe, because people that think that they have quote unquote mature kids or whatever are going to treat their kids like that. I'm sorry. It's not something that's fun and cool and awesome. And I know it's a movie,
but it's the idea that the movie's trying to perpetrate. Yeah.
And it's something that bothers me like a lot. Like, it is a form of abuse, and it is something that fucks up a lot of people, and a lot of people don't think of as abuse. And like the tragedy in this movie is that he dies of cancer.
Yeah.
And I started crying when you told me about the scene where he's in the thing and she needs to sign the document, but she's saying, I can't
need to talk to him.
I need to talk to him. I need to ask Henry if it's okay if I sign the form for him to have surgery on this like brain tumor.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And that shit is so sad. It's sad in that a mother is losing her child.
Yeah.
That inherently is sad.
Yeah.
But it's also sad that he was an adult his whole childhood.
Yeah.
And it was limited because of the cancer that was going to happen.
Yeah.
And everything happened so fast with the cancer.
Yeah, the cancer happens like for 20, 30 minutes.
It's just really fucked up, and I don't like that it's trying to portray it as like a fun, cutesy story. And I mean, I get that it's supposed to be a tragedy in that he dies of cancer, but in like that's like it's a weird moral to it.
Yeah.
In the way that you're describing, once again, I haven't seen it, so maybe if I watched it, I would have a different opinion. But like from what it sounds like, that's crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah. The movie plays it off as if it's whimsical. Like,
yeah.
Oh, wow, you have a genius kid and he's doing all the stuff for you.
Well, because it sounds like it, like with the dodgeball, whatever, and then the like how he's like walking into the principal's office saying she's getting abused.
Yeah.
So you need to call CPS.
Yeah.
Like he's an adult, you know?
Yeah, it's fucking...
Or that him, doing stock shit in the thing. Like, I can tell that that's not like, oh, how bleak is this that this family is making this child do stock options. They're implying that he wants to do it.
Yeah, he willingly does it, yeah.
Which you wouldn't say, oh, hey, kid, you want to be an adult, you want to do all these things. The mom should be, go outside and play.
Yeah, get away from the computer. Or stay in here,
play a video game.
Yeah.
You need to have fun.
But no, the mom's the one playing the video games, doing all the fun shit. Yeah, it's crazy.
Right.
Also in the scene, she also admits that she doesn't, she can't do better than Henry, but also says she can't, she says she doesn't even know how to raise kids, is how she feels.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I would agree with that, because your kid is doing the parent shit. It's not right. It's just not right. Because fucking, dude, what if that kid dies of cancer?
What if?
And then think about it, he missed out the fucking free time and joy.
Yeah.
I don't know, that makes me sad. But then once again, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah. How dare you critique a movie that you only know the entire plot of?
And it's a unique perspective because I am coming from my own childhood experience, And I know that I'm ascribing more things onto this movie than what it's actually saying, but that's why I have the emotional response that I had.
No, I get it. You're good, yeah. Mm-hmm. But okay.
So that's it.
Yeah, but okay. So overnight, they go to sleep or whatever, and Henry wakes up and he has a headache, and he has high-pitched ringing. This is Chekhov's gun number 78.
Don't call cancer Chekhov's gun.
Cancer is the ultimate Chekhov's gun, yeah. So he gets his ringing, so he takes pills, so then he looks out the window, and they have that thing where like the windows are like directly across from each other.
Right.
And Christina, right? That's her name? Yeah, Christina. She's like putting her light for a snow globe. And then Henry looks down to see Hank from Breaking Bad like sitting in a leather chair and like drinking scotch.
Right. And
that's like, ooh, something's going wrong. Yeah. And then he looks back up to the window and like she's doing it, and then she starts freaking out and like turns off the light, and then he looks back down and Hank from Breaking Bad's not there anymore.
Right.
And then he's like,
Which is the most implication of abuse.
Yeah, that's happening. Yeah. So then that happens, right?
Yeah.
And then he wakes up next morning, he still has a headache, takes more pills. And then they pick her up to drive her to school pretty much because Hank can't do it for some reason. I don't fucking know.
Right.
Yeah, and she brings the snow globe with her to class or at school. She's holding it like outside. No reason. She doesn't do anything with it. She's just holding it, right?
Yeah. And
then Henry's like again to her, "Hey, are you doing okay?" And she says, "I'm fine." And then Henry's like deducing like fucking Sherlock Holmes, "Oh, she isn't fine." So then we're in the classroom again, and he's just staring at her like a fucking weirdo, and then he just like stands up and leaves, like not even saying anything. He just like fucking pushes it, gets up out of his desk and walks. And she's just like, "What are you doing? What's going on?" Yeah. And then like Folding Ideas, I think, explained it like this: like a cop on the edge goes into the principal office.
Yeah, that's how it feels like.
Yeah, it's like, "Damn it, Janet, this kid's getting abused," and the principal's like, I need evidence of abuse before I can do anything about it. And then he like picks up like the pamphlets that they hand out of like what to do if someone's getting abused. And he's like, "What are these even for?" And then just like throws them and leaves.
But I mean, that's the thing. It's like, was that a tense scene? Was it like tense?
No,
is it funny?
I think it's supposed to be tense, but to me it comes off funny because he's an 11-year-old.
Maybe it's more
yelling
like
at a principal.
Maybe it's more just like a tone issue I have with this movie.
That's fair. Yeah, that's more than fair.
I feel like that's a more fair criticism than what it's saying about abuse. Because I will say,
and I feel like it's trying to say stuff about like corruption with like the dad being the police commissioner, because like the principal I think also mentions like, come on, he's an upstanding citizen, he's the police commissioner, I can't do this,
right?
But like I feel like but it's all like half baked,
right?
It doesn't work.
You know, I guess that's like because I didn't like The Blind Side either, which now I've been vindicated because the family of the kid that funded The Blind Side are being sued by the kid because apparently they like made him out to be less smart than he actually was.
Yeah.
And they kind of really what's the word? They like used his story for like clout, essentially.
Makes sense.
And like profited off of him.
Yeah.
And he didn't see any money from that.
Fuck those assholes.
Isn't that insane? But I didn't really like it because I was like, it's
one of those white savior movies. Yeah.
I didn't have the term for it at the time, but it was
felt
just like
weird.
Nothing fucking happens in this movie. Like Sandra Bullock walks in and then he's like, "I didn't have a bed before," and then she looks like down and to the left. And she got a fucking Oscar for looking down and to the left in every scene. And like, okay.
Yeah.
What? And the only thing I remember from that scene is that there's like another lady there at the dinner table that's like, "You have a black kid in your house? What about the safety of your white daughter?"
Yeah.
And then Sandra Bullock's like, "What are you trying to say? He's gonna rape her?" Huh? And then like shames her at the dinner table. Like, "You're a piece of shit."
Yeah.
And I was like, great, thanks.
Thanks, movie.
I mean, I thought we all knew that if you think black men are hypersexual, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah,
but I guess we needed a whole big budget movie and an Oscar to go to a white lady.
$20 million to fucking
to understand it.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? Wouldn't put it past this fucking goddamn piece of shit garbage on fire world.
That we needed a Sandra Bullock movie.
A whole $20 million movie to teach white people that maybe you shouldn't be racist.
Yeah. Yeah, God.
Fuck.
Okay, so it's okay. No, it's fine. This movie sucks.
Yeah.
So, okay, and Henry's basically like, "I'm going to take matters to my own hands." Whatever, fine. All right, so they go to Sheila's house, and she's like just day drunk, and fucking it's Henry and Peter watching the mom being like, "I'm going to sit down with you and have a drink," and then I said verbatim to myself in my notes, "Oh, the mom's an enabler." And then the next scene, Henry at the grocery store with all of
calling her an
enabler, and I'm like, God, fucking damn it,
kid.
Fuck you, kid. I get to say that, you don't.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah. And then in the store, there's like a scene where like they're at the checkout line, and then Henry's like looking like to a couple that like there's an abusive piece of shit husband like yelling loudly in public at his wife. And the mom's just like, "Don't fucking stare at him. Stop staring. Don't do that. Stop." Don't get involved. Like, come on, Henry, let's go. And like they keep like just reverse shot, husband abusing wife, Henry staring as the mom is like, don't fucking get involved. And then they eventually don't get involved and leave, right? Great movie. Okay, so they get back home and then immediately Henry runs upstairs to call CPS on the dad and is like, I can't tell you who I am, but yeah, go to this house right now. And then they hang up and then they bring the groceries. Christina gives Henry a medal to make up for the medal his little brother lost. Hank comes out and says he hates because they're talking about like a talent show coming up, and basically he's like, hey, can you take my daughter? My daughter's doing this thing, but I fucking hate them because they're stupid or dumb. Yeah, can you take her to the thing and have her back home that night? Yeah, and the mom's like, yeah, sure, whatever. So yeah, so they're setting up that like there's a talent show coming and she's gonna do a dance at it, right? Right. That's the only important Chekhov's gun in this movie.
I mean, is it that Henry is teaching his mom to not be an enabler who parentifies her children?
I don't know. That's too smart.
Like, I don't want to believe in a movie that makes it so that the kid has to die of cancer for her to learn. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. Like, I'm mad in general that people have to wait for atrocities to happen to learn. Yeah. Because I'm mad at myself for that.
No, I get that.
I'm talking to myself with this too. But like, I'm mad at myself too, so maybe that's why I'm so mad at this movie. I just don't like being mad, guys. And I know I am a lot, and I know it's funny.
But you don't actually like the process
of
being mad.
I don't really like the feeling of doing it. Even if it's fun and I make it funny, it's not fun for me. Yeah, to do it.
No, I get you. Yeah, but let's keep getting you mad. So okay. So yeah, Hank from Breaking Bad's like, no, I can't take her to the thing. You take her, please. And the mom's like, okay, sure. Yeah. And I think it happens right afterwards. Yeah, okay, cool. Mom tells Henry, the 11-year-old, to stop being such a fucking square and take up a bad habit. Henry asks why she didn't help the abused woman and says it's not her business. Henry says it is, and if everyone didn't, no one doesn't make it their business, no one will look out for anyone. Right. And the mom doesn't want things to get violent, and then Henry says, violence isn't the worst thing in the world. Apathy is.
Been thinking about that since you told me. Yeah. Just being like, all right, kid. You're right. But fuck you're
you're
for being
right for all the wrong reasons. Yeah.
This is, if we had a kid would be like that, and I would be pissed off 24/7. This kid would be like, but I don't get it. Isn't the president a war criminal? Why do we have to vote? I know, Jason. All right? You'll understand when you're older. You understand more than most people right now.
But you're going to know more later, yeah.
And maybe, hopefully, you have the empathy to know when you're 28 why mommy's upset right now.
Yeah. God. So, okay. We're about to hit the 30-minute mark of this movie. We're a third of the way there. Woo! This doesn't really have a traditional first, second, third act, unless the second act is just the 20 minutes of him having cancer, but that's not really a good second act because then the third one doesn't work, but whatever. CPS shows up.
Damn, really dunking on this kid that has cancer. Maybe that's my angle.
Yeah, dunk on the kid that has cancer.
No, that you are. Because you're a bad person.
I'm the bad one here,
Because you didn't like the Cancer Kid movie.
To be fair, no one liked the Cancer Kid movie, so
is this a bad movie in general? Do people think it's bad?
I think people think this is a bad movie. I think
really?
I think people. So on Wikipedia, it says it has mostly negative reviews, but people gave it praise for its ambition, which that's not true. No, this movie's not ambitious at all.
I don't know. I'm trying to determine the people that are like, I don't get why Josh is like,
Yeah, find out why people would be mad at me. Yeah, that's your game now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, CPS shows up, and Henry uses binoculars outside his window, even though he's only 20 feet away from the porch of his neighbors, so he'd be able to see everything fine anyway. Mm-hmm. And CPS is like, I don't know why he got called. That was fucking weird. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. And Henry tells the daughter to not do anything. Like, he walks upstairs and gets the daughter and is like, hey, CPS is here. Don't fuck it up. It's not like said. It's all like nonverbal because Henry can't hear. He's only using the binoculars to see. Right. And then daughter shows up and the CPS guy's like, yeah, everything's good. And it's revealed that CPS, the CPS worker is his brother, like Hank from Breaking Bad's brother. Yeah. So, and I wrote the joke in my own thing, like the shit goes all the way to the top.
child abuse goes all the way to the top.
And yeah, we're now at the 30-minute mark of this movie. Finally, we're a third of the way there.
Yeah.
So then Henry starts biking around his town. He's like going around, like he's on top of like a bridge that like I think is next to a dam, or it's like something like that, like a really tall bridge.
Yeah.
And he's like next to the creek at his house, and he's like writing notes in his little notebook. He goes into a gun store.
Oh.
And he takes note of where all the cameras are. And like there's someone else there, and he's like and the guy's like, oh, I want to get this illegal thing, and then the gun store owner's like, I can't do that. And then the guy that's there's like, oh, give it to Dominic. Tell that to Dominic. And then the gun owner's like, all right, come back in an hour. I'll meet you out back. We'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, what's going on here? And he gets a headache when he's back in there, so he keeps getting these headaches. Repetition. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking stupid. Mom's gaming at home. Henry tells her to stop playing, and she plays with the controller weird still. And this is the second time it happens. Mom sings the ukulele to the youngest, and that will be important later. Henry has a seizure in the middle of the night, and the mom tells Peter to call 911 as she like starts covering him. And this part of the movie is shot the way it's supposed to be. Like, it's taken seriously.
Right.
Where a kid had a seizure, and now we got to take him to the hospital. And they take him to the hospital, and the doctor's like, we got to fucking do surgery right now.
You have to sign this. And then she's like,
I don't know, I got to talk to him, but he's having a seizure. He can't do anything. She signs it.
That sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. It's awful. It's
awful.
Genuinely, and it's effective.
Yeah.
And it works. It works in the movie.
Honestly, yeah.
I'll give this movie its praise. I'll give any movie its praise when it deserves it. This scene, these are
just the way that you told it to me the last time 2 days ago. I fucking cried.
Because and in the next scene, it's like it's all non-audible, and there's like Michael Giacchino music playing, and like the doctor comes out, and the mom meets, and and the mom and it's obviously like, oh, there's bad news, and already it's been like there's bad news because they had to do surgery immediately the second he got in the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so then they're like. Henry's still alive, though, even though the surgery seems like it didn't go well.
Yeah.
Henry won't eat hospital food. The doctor comes, and the nurse escorts the brother away and basically starts talking to Henry as if like he's a kid, and he's talking about like, oh, we found a mass in your brain, and we worked on it immediately. And then Henry, because he's Jesus and a genius.
Yeah, he goes,
oh, this is
my son.
Yeah. Basically, he's like, oh, so what? I have XYZ cancer, like naming very specific medical things. And the doctor's like, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, he's shocked as hell.
Yeah.
And so he stops doing the bullshit, like talking down to a kid. And he's just like, yeah, there's nothing we can do. Like, he nods his head like, no.
Fucking die. I don't, whatever.
Yeah. And Henry wants to be alone, and then tells his mom and the doctor to leave. And he starts reading medical books for some reason. Like, it's not really shown. Oh, also earlier he was reading crime scene books when he was going on that like bike thing. He was like trying to figure out how, like, he was reading crime scene books.
Okay.
And criminal investigation books, right?
Yeah.
So, and at school, they write him get well cards, and then Christina first write, we wish you the best, and then, like, looks at someone else, and then looks back, and then crosses out we and says I, because she's the love interest. Okay. Henry starts writing plans in his notebook, and the first shot is, like, obviously, like, throwing something off of a bridge, so it's like, oh, what's going on there, And,
like, what the hell?
Sarah Silverman shows up, and the mom's not there, and this is where the movie takes a turn.
Yeah.
So they have a little scene where Sarah Silverman throughout the movie has been calling Henry Hank like the wrong name on purpose.
Yeah.
And Henry is like just open about it. And is like, yeah, listen, I've been like childish, but like, actually like we actually have a thing for each other, and that's why we're both mean to each other. And then Sarah,
does Sarah Silverman say I have a thing for children?
No, it's literally Henry's like, I had a thing for you.
Had a crush on Sarah Silverman, like a child's crush on an adult.
Yeah.
And then Sarah Silverman does an inappropriate thing.
Kisses him on the lips.
Right.
For like a second. Like literally like it felt uncomfortable. It felt like a millennia fucking watching it.
Yes.
And then it's like
just can we stop the kissing children on the mouth because they have cancer?
Yeah. It happened in House.
It did happen in House. Dr. Chase kissed a little girl that had cancer.
Yeah, and
because it's like, I have cancer and I'm gonna die, but I've never kissed a boy before.
Crazy, man.
I every time I see this happen, which is only twice, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Yeah.
I'm deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I just wish we could be normal about children.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Just wish we could all just be normal about children, please.
Yeah. And this is 44 minutes into the movie, by the way. We're not even halfway done. Yeah. So, okay. So then, Sarah Silverman kisses and it's just like, see us take care of kid, and then fucking bounces. Gone. But next scene, mom's finally there to protect her kid from Sarah Silverman. But yeah, and like, he's playing like Go Fish with his little brother, and then he's like, oh, can you go get me ice cream, little brother? I gotta talk to mom about something. And then he's like, I need you to get all the finances, and I need to teach you all these finances right now. I'm not gonna be here next week. You gotta fucking teach me. And then mom's like, I gotta go get some water. And the brother comes back and is like, yeah, I didn't want ice cream, little brother, but fucking something happens. I don't even remember. Oh, he tells little bro to tell mom to read his notebook once he's gone.
Okay.
And I also made a mental note here. Giacchino is too good for this movie. But next scene, he starts explaining the finances to his mom, and she's not listening. She doesn't give a shit because her son's about to die.
Which honestly, and the movie's gonna listen. Maybe this makes me a bad person. That pisses me off. Your child is dying of cancer.
Yeah.
And he's asking you, please listen to me. And I get it. It's difficult as a mom.
Yeah.
To see your child die of cancer.
Yes.
But I feel like I'm not allowed to be angry. Like, it just feels like the cancer is like making it so that I can't have an opinion about anyone.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Like, it's a little manipulative to be like... Not like having cancer is manipulative, but like making a movie...
The movie's manipulative,
The movie is manipulative.
Yes, the movie's very manipulative, yeah.
Yes, like the mom doesn't... I mean, it's just so sad. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's the point. I just don't get movies like this,
yeah,
if I'm honest.
Because
like, that's the big question at the end of all this stuff is, what's the point? What are you trying to say?
Well, yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah, we'll get into that, yeah. Okay, and like, she doesn't give a shit. She says she doesn't know how to be a mother. Henry comforts her and says she does know. She says Henry's the best part of her. And then we get to the death scene where Henry...
What about her other child?
We're gonna get to that, too. Chekhov's got number 50,000.
2 kids, and you're saying one that's dying is the best part of you?
Yeah, and also, maybe the other kid kind of knows it a little bit, which we'll get into, yeah. So, okay, all right, okay. Henry's gonna die now. Henry's gonna fucking die. He's dead. He's gonna die. He unplugs himself from like the IV thing, and he like it starts beeping. And the mom's sleeping in the chair next to him, but she wakes up because of it. And Henry like climbs to the windows, like I want to see the sky, mommy, I want to see the sky. It sucks. This movie's manipulative. Don't forget, this movie's fucking manipulative. And then she dies like in the Jesus pose, with the lady holding the body of Christ.
Mary holding her, holding Christ post crucifixion.
Yeah, that's how it is. And then it's a bunch of sad scenes where like the brother's walking home alone and like everyone's sad. And also, but then there's a unintentionally funny thing that happens.
Josh thinks it's funny.
I think it's fucking hilarious. It's like putting a slide whistle in this movie. It's like putting the fucking Wilhelm screen in this fucking movie to me, because a sound effect is about to happen. So the little brother and the ex-love interest, because he's dead, they're walking home. I'm sorry I explained it like that. I just immediately realized how shitty that was.
This movie's a minefield to fucking talk about.
Yeah. So the ex-love interest and the little brother, they're walking home, and she walks past her house and like, hushes Peter or brings Peter along. And then she turns around, the camera snap focuses to the house, and then thunder, like a thunder sound effect plays.
That is pretty funny.
It's so funny. It's not fair.
I gotta look up the reviews to this movie.
Look up to the reviews to this movie, because if no one mentions that scene, because that's where the movie really takes a turn in being a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
It's so funny, dude.
I will say so far, not awful.
It doesn't seem like a bad movie.
Yeah.
Up until this point.
Not really that many problems.
Some weird moments, some weird shit that's going on that I personally have a problem with, but maybe not everyone does, and that's all valid. Okay. Yeah. See, up until this point, and up until like maybe 10 minutes from now, it's not bad per se.
Right.
It's just like
22%
going on.
Tomatoes.
That is fair. That is, you know what? I'll give that credit because I think 22% of the movie's redeemable.
Yeah.
If it just had a better script and didn't. You know what? Yeah, if the first 20% of the movie stayed in and then they did something else completely different, I think it could be. What review is making you laugh?
The Book of Henry deserves a few points for ambition, but
no.
Okay, all right. but its tonal juggling act and a deeply maudlin twist may leave viewers gaping in disbelief rather than choking back tears.
Yes. That is perfect. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, because there is a twist to this movie. There is one big twist right at the end, but okay.
Yeah.
So, Henry's dead, right? Are you just reading more reviews, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to keep going, or do you want me to?
No, you got it, baby.
Okay, sweet. So, basically, there's a couple other things to let us know that Henry's dead, right? The mom now plays with the controller normally, like she doesn't do the hunched over carpal tunnel thing.
Right.
And the Peter like sleeps with the walkie-talkie. Like they use walkie-talkies before, like when they're at the playhouse or whatever. I didn't think it was important to bring up before, but it is important. He like the little brother sleeps with the walkie-talkie and all the static, and like because he wants his brother back.
Mm-hmm.
And the mom has to go into the bedroom and turn off the static walkie-talkie, and that's the official moment Henry's dead in this movie. And it's sad. It is sad. Up until this point, everything's been like serviceable, and it is sad. It is genuinely, it is manipulative, but it is working, right? Okay, so then mom says the only fuck you get in the PG-13 movie, where she's starting to have her mental breakdown and is like, we're gonna have dessert every day for breakfast to the kid, like when the kid wakes up.
Yeah.
And the kid's like taking a cigarette out of her mouth because like she's about to start smoking because she's super stressed, and but he tosses it away.
Yeah.
She talks to the little brother like a child, but he doesn't want to be like a child, talk to like a child. Then the doctor that did the surgery comes up for like a house call, I guess, check in on Peter, and they have a little moment together.
Mm-hmm.
So she decides to go back to work, and she's like obviously having problems. Like someone's asking like, is this diet? And she drinks the Coke and is like, oh yeah, it's diet, and then walks away. And then Bobby Moynihan's like, hey, you shouldn't have come here. Henry's
shitty at your job.
Yeah, and
while
like
grieving.
obviously, yeah. And also like Henry at some point sent a letter to Bobby Moynihan to say, hey, she shouldn't be working. She has $680,000 in her checking account.
Stop
plus
her from working.
And she has millions in stocks and bonds. So tell her to take a week. Like the 11-year-old's telling her that.
Who cares what this adult woman wants to do?
Another manipulative moment. She walks out and she walks away, and Sarah Silverman follows her because they're coworkers. Yeah. And they like have a conversation, and at the end of it, Naomi Watts, who is the mom, was like, I gotta go back to see my 2 sons. And then Sarah Silverman's like, yeah, you do that. It's a sad moment because she still thinks, she's still saying 2 sons. It's sad. Yeah. Manipulative, but it's sad. Yeah. Okay.
I want to read this review from a critic.
Yeah.
That I feel like people are going to be like, well, cancer is sad. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, we all know. Yeah, we all know that. Yeah.
Like my grandma died of COPD and everything.
Yeah, shit,
like
man.
You can't fucking tell me that shit ain't sad. That shit is sad. Colin Trevorrow goes for the easy tears, which is too bad in this case. Nothing about a story like this should feel easy.
Yeah, that is fair. These are easy tears. These are very easy.
Shouldn't be. You can easily win.
By the way, don't give it to just Colin Trevorrow. The screenwriter also fucking cheap piece of
Well, that's the thing. The cheapness of it shouldn't be cheap. It's cancer. It's kids with cancer. With fast-acting brain tumor cancer.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna leave this on because I'm gonna need 20 of these to finish this. Okay. So that scene happens, right? Blah 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 blah. Whatever. Okay, we're about an hour in now.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Peter finally gives the book and says, like, I think Henry wants us to kill Glenn, who's Hank from Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah.
So she starts reading it, and she's like, oh, I want to call CPS. And then she flips the page, and then the book is like, here's why you shouldn't call CPS. And then this is the start of like a lot of back and forth between Henry the dead child and the mom.
And essentially the metaphor of the Rube Goldberg machine is that Henry has created a Rube Goldberg machine for his mother to murder
Glenn.
Hank from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Hank from Breaking Bad is going to get murdered by an 11-year-old through the Rube Goldberg machine that is his mom.
His own mother, yeah. And this notebook.
Yeah.
The Book of Henry.
The Book of Henry, yeah.
Yes.
So Henry's thought of everything. He's a fucking genius, whatever. If mom asks any question, there's a written note about why you can't do it, right?
Yeah.
She goes to she drives to the cops, like the police place, whatever it's called. And Hank
Station?
Station, yeah. And Hank's just like in a suit and tie and laughing with another cop, and like she just drives away.
He's like, oh no, he's happy, so I can't go in there and file a complaint.
Yeah, and she keeps investigating, and she can't get child protective services from anything. And like, so I guess she kind of thinks that the daughter's getting abused, but doesn't have proof of it and doesn't really know. But so she's like trying to get someone else to investigate it.
Well, and also it is really, I do want to mention, it is difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially if the abuse is like not like physical.
Yeah, no, for sure.
To determine what's going on. And so yeah, you know.
Yeah. But okay, yeah, so like, and then there's a scene where like,
even if it is physical, it can be hidden.
Yeah, it's
easily.
for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, there's at night at some point she says goodnight to Peter, and like, she looks out to, oh god, fuck, sorry, everything's fucking, yeah. She looks out the window to the other room and sees Christina's like flashing her lamplight, and then she looks down and sees Hank's not at the chair drinking, and now mom thinks that Christina's for sure getting abused,
right? Because she saw what
she looks back,
Henry saw.
Yeah, and like and she's like crying and shit and whatever.
Yeah.
And so then she calls Hank from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Not Glenn. Hank.
Right.
Hank from Breaking Bad.
Hank from Breaking Bad.
She calls Hank from Breaking Bad. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take care of those leaves for you. Wink.
Wink.
Nudge.
Essentially, like I'm gonna kill
you now. Yeah.
With a gun.
So then in the book, this is where things get fuzzy, and I want to bring this up now.
Yeah.
It's because Henry was in the hospital and he started writing all the shit down in the book, right?
Right.
But so then there's a safe underneath the house or something, somewhere in the house. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And inside the safe is the tape recorder with all these instructions of like how you're gonna kill Hank from Breaking Bad, and all these like manila folders of like fucking
like
all these
13
plans.
reasons why.
Yeah, it's like wild. But it's not
also a manipulative book and TV show.
And it's hard to tell because it seems like that was done after the fact, like after he realized he wasn't gonna be able to kill Hank from Breaking Bad. Because like he got cancer and that's why he wasn't able to do it, but it seemed like he was gonna do it beforehand, before he got the cancer. It's not really it's not explained. It's not explained at all. I'm getting crazy here.
She does a lot of shit. She buys a gun and she runs around and she throws
and he
whatever.
Literally walks her through it, and also can predict when she makes mistakes. Like at some point she's supposed to turn right and she turns left, and he's like, your other right.
Which sounds really pedantic to me. Like, you really think I'm like that less of me, and also I am making the mistake, so I am that less of me?
Yeah, like
that my own 11-year-old son can predict when I'm
gonna fucking do things. Yeah, like
wow.
And they have like a fake conversation, like whenever Hank says something, like and she responds as if he's there. It's really weird.
Whenever
Henry. Whenever Henry says something, she pretends like he's there or something. Yeah, and she goes out. She like withdraws $1,500 from like 3 different ATMs. And buys a gun and uses the Dominic name. And like she has like the iPod earphones in at all times to cassette while Henry's like walking us through this.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's value in like sitting on the edge of your seat and being like, wait, are we watching her try to do a murder?
Yeah, there's a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think it is kind of interesting, but then it tosses it all right at the end.
Yeah.
So, okay. She gets like the illegal equipment. She starts weapons training. And Henry trains her to use a gun.
Right.
And also the movie recognizes this is stupid because at some point, like, she like gets a shot, and then Henry predicted that she was gonna get a shot. So he's like, oh, great shot, Mom. And then the mom's like having like a weird existential crisis of like, you know what? I'm talking to my son right now, and my dead son. But Henry didn't plan for that. Yeah. So the next shot is like, excellent grouping, Mom, and she hasn't shot anything since she got a correct shot. So it's like, oh, even the movie kind of recognizes that this is fucking stupid as hell. Yeah, so then Peter's walking around the abandoned treehouse, and he's making a Rube Goldberg machine now. He also can't use electronics, and this is not really brought up that many times, but like she burned down something at some point with using an electronic device, so he can't use electricity when he makes the Rube Goldberg machines, but he does it. Okay. Nothing burns down in the movie, so it's doesn't really need to be mentioned at all. Doesn't fucking matter. Okay, so then Hank rakes leaves outside the house at some point, and she walks up and apologizes to him for not raking. She asks him for advice, and she enters his house and like meets with Christina, and like and Christina, they have a conversation of like, she asks her like, oh, how's math going? And Christina's like, oh, you know, it's a little bit difficult. And then she's like, oh, don't worry, it won't be difficult for long,
because I'm gonna kill your dad.
I'm gonna kill Hank from Breaking Bad. Your dad. Your stepdad. Sorry, yeah.
I mean, okay. Listen, okay. This is a grief story. This is a story about grief, right?
Sure. Yeah, I guess.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, technically.
How messy it is. How fucked up it is.
Yeah.
And it's an inherently bleak story. And I think what I'm learning about the past couple of days is that in entertainment, there's a value in playing pretend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And making it whimsical, I guess. Because this movie plays it off like it's whimsical.
We cheapen our entertainment and the people that make it so much that it feels like as you're making it, you can cheapen it yourself by saying, well, you know, let me break the fourth wall and be a little bit meta here. Like, this isn't real.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And even like this, like the version that you see of us every day
isn't real.
Yeah. And it's effortless at this point for us. We don't put on a persona to get on here. We sit down and it comes out of us. But I wake up and I poop and piss and I grumble and I don't, brush my hair and I walk around and whatever.
Yeah.
But I come on here and I try to be funny and I try to be entertaining at least, or at least to offer some sort of something of value for people listening, because that's what I believe entertainment is for. Right?
Yeah.
And I guess this movie is like, I understand the idea of like grief is messy.
Yeah.
And I actually really appreciate, as a person who's gone through grief, the kind of tactile, natural craziness that they're showing grief as, in that she listens to Henry every day and she relied on him every day. And now she's using this book to do whatever his will is,
like voice,
because she needs to feel like he's still there.
Yeah.
And even in the younger brother, he's making Rube Goldberg machines to like remember Henry, to keep him around.
None of these are essentially bad. No, I agree with you.
The idea is not bad,
but the execution is yeah.
Well, it's like, how does this, like, you're not, I mean, you've been through grief also.
Yeah.
How do you connect with this? Like, what's the meaning?
I don't connect with this at all, if I'm being honest.
But I mean, it sounds like, I can only really connect with it in the way that like a large scale form of grief has made me feel.
Yeah, I can connect with it maybe in a way it feels surface level, if that makes sense. It's a surface level feeling of grief.
Yeah.
It feels like you've heard it from someone who heard it from someone who heard it from someone else. And then you had the idea of like, well, what if you continue the plan of you're the person you're grieving?
What if someone's so grieving that they committed murder? And I guess that's where I get offended.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, don't compare me to a murderer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but I just don't think I mean, and maybe it's because currently at this moment, I'm so diametrically opposed to murder.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't want to think that I could commit murder. I feel like my tax dollars are going to it every damn day.
Yeah.
I just don't want to think like, oh, we too can murder. That's not something that is, and it's not even like you can stop it.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Because you're equating the grief process to it.
Yeah.
You have to go through the grief process. It's something that will happen to everyone at some point. So, like, you do have to do it, and I don't want to judge people going through a grief process at all and what you do. And I will say, I don't even really judge the mom that much for doing all this shit.
No, I get it, yeah.
But, like, I just don't want to think... that's what feels manipulative to me.
Yeah.
It feels like I want to connect with this movie, and then I'm like... But I also kind of feel like you're being offensive to me.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Like you slapped me and then you started crying, and I want to comfort you, but I'm mad that you slapped me.
Yeah.
Why do you have to hit me for me to take care of you? You could have just said take care of me. We could have had a nice time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't even imagine what this movie might feel like to someone who had a child who died of cancer.
Yeah. Probably isn't great. Yeah.
Which, like, what is a story about a child that died of cancer if not for you and understanding you and your grief?
Yeah. But no, it's a fun, wacky little thing, you know, and it's whimsical, actually.
But I don't know. I don't want to be like, you can't write stories about this.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Right?
It's difficult. I get what you mean.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't think this is the story you should write about it, but that's just me personally.
I don't know. It's just wild, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
All right, back to the murder. She's going to commit a murder.
Yeah, so she tells Christina, math's not going to be hard for long, wink, wink, nudge, nudge,
I'm gonna kill your dad.
I'm going to kill your dad. I'm going to kill Hank from Breaking Bad.
Right.
So, okay, so then, yeah, because I wrote it down, because she's going to fucking kill Hank.
Right.
She asks him if he has any arrangements for, like, after he dies, and he's like, I guess I never really thought about it, no. And then she's like, kind of like, really? Even after your wife died? Even after Christina's mom died? And then he's like, I guess not. So then she's like, okay, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Oh, but first, can you sign this permission slip so I can drive your daughter to the talent show? And he's like, all right, sure.
And it's signing her over.
Yeah.
Her parental rights.
Yeah, so she forges his signature afterwards.
Yeah.
Onto a thing. And Henry apparently forged the signature of someone else.
Yeah.
Is what I think they say in the movie.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
We passed crimes territory when he bought a gun illegally.
Yeah, or when she bought a gun.
She bought a gun illegally.
Through Hank bought a gun. Through Henry. Henry bought a gun through the mom. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then basically also Henry's like, oh, by the way, I bought a car. I know you don't want a new one, but it's a better getaway vehicle. So I bought you a new car. Me, an 11-year-old, I bought you a new car. Okay, whatever. Whimsical. It's fun. It's magic.
Fantasyland. Where everything's made of candy. An 11-year-old can buy a damn car.
Yeah, so then she forges the signature and whatever. Yeah. Peter's going to do a magic trick for the talent show. And then there's another manipulative scene where fucking Peter's like, oh, if Henry did it, it'd be perfect. I wish it was me that it was dead because then everyone would be less sad. And then the mom, who earlier said that she needs Henry, and in front of everyone, in front of Sheila, in front of Henry, in front of fucking Peter's like, she says Henry was amazing, but he's just as special, and then she cries on the stairs afterwards.
So do you think that scene is to show that she doesn't believe what she's saying?
No, it's just that, like...
That she's failing as a mom continuously?
I guess, yeah. I don't know what the fucking point of it was other than for a little kid to say...
It is a fucked up thing to say. And I will say it does show that, like, as a parent, your kids will project back to you what you think and feel and say
it's
about
like...
them.
Yeah, it sucks. It's shit. It's just like...
Everything sucks. Everything sucks. I'm not even really judging this mom. I feel like I am being judgy, and honestly, I'm really truly in my heart don't believe it because A, nobody's real in the story, but also B, I mean, I don't know what I would do if my kid died of cancer. I'd probably kill someone.
I get it. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's complicated. I get it. Yeah,
if I was the little brother of someone that died of cancer, I'd probably feel that way too.
Yeah.
You know?
Jesus, man.
I know for sure if I was an 11-year-old and I was dying of cancer, I wouldn't make a murder. That's the only...
Even if I was a genius, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I would. I haven't had that experience either.
Yeah, no, I get it. God. Okay, so then at some point, like, I think they're about to start, like, getting ready. So Henry's like, everything must be perfectly timed. And she says she needs to be like a ghost. And then she says, like him, crazy shit's happening. She tells Peter not to panic at the show, stay focused and be calm to be brief. She drives them there, including the daughter from across the thing. The doctor shows up to support Peter at the talent show because Peter invited him. And then Peter then draws a mustache on like a piece of art that's in the lobby. And then the mom's like, why'd you fucking do that? And then he's like, oh, Henry would have thought it was funny. And then it's whatever. Okay, so then tells Peter Henry wasn't a parent. He was 11, but still isn't stopping the 11-year-old's plan to kill a man.
That's a good point.
At this moment. Okay. So the talent show starts and the dodgeball kid does a little rap and then the mom leaves and it's like singing up her lodge to be like, okay, I gotta be back in 45 minutes.
She's gonna go kill Hank.
Yeah. So yeah.
And her alibi is gonna be the talent show.
At this point, there's only 20 minutes left in the movie.
Right.
This is the last 20 minutes. We've done an hour and 20 minutes of prep for this scene, for this sequence, right? This fucking Premiere Pro timeline.
Real.
Okay. He tells her not to panic, and she responds that she isn't. Talent shows keeps going, and then we're gonna keep cutting back and forth between this and the talent show, right? Mm-hmm. She gets the gun ready at the treehouse, and she sets up. Hank from Breaking Bad's at his office, and he's signing stuff, right?
Yeah.
Folding it home made a good point that there's a lot of flaws in this plan. Henry would have to assume that Henry would have been able to hear whistling coming from the woods. Because she's whistling through like the walkie-talkies and stuff, and Hank's like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah,
and then he pulls out his gun and he's like, "I'm gonna go out and find out what's going on."
Kind of a Cinema Sins ass critique, though.
It is, but whatever. Fucking he's smarter than me, so I have to bring it up. So, okay,
I get it.
Okay, so
I get it.
Okay, so okay. He leaves the house.
Is there a Cinema Sins video on this movie?
I fucking hope so, because it's probably worse than what we're doing, and at least at least we're better than that.
Just
Fuck
like factually
Christ.
Incorrect, really insensitive.
This gun doesn't exist. Ding. Kids don't get cancer. Ding.
I was gonna say, like, kids are like, that doesn't progress that fast. Ding. You're being dramatic. Ding. I don't know. It's like, whoa, dude.
Henry's gay. Ding.
Do you think Cinema Sins has any... Henry's gay? Ding? That's a bad thing, Cinema Sins? Homophobic Cinema Sins? Holy shit.
All right.
Someone make that channel. It's just like fucking Saltburn where he drinks the cum out of the bathtub.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is gross. Ew, ding. Who would want to have cum in their mouth? Ding. Like, that's wild. That's so crazy.
Sorry. Yeah, it's fucking, yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay, so
Homophobic Cinema Sins is really funny.
God, okay. So she's whistling for the thing, and the camera zooms in on Hank, and like, so he goes back to grab the gun. She keeps whistling. It's through the walkie-talkie. She's looking down the scope, cuts back to the talent show, and it's a dance performance by the Christina, the abused girl. I'm having Vietnam flashbacks to high school when I had to watch a bunch of dance recitals because they were all fucking stupid. Okay, Henry is telling her to reduce the recoil by bringing it close to your fucking chest because he knows that she's not holding the goddamn gun right.
Yeah.
And she sets off a Rube Goldberg machine that I guess Peter has set up in the house, the treehouse thing.
Right.
And she's like, and so like she's waiting for Hank to get to the creek so she can shoot him and he falls into the creek. That's the plan. And also, Folding Ideas pointed this out. This creek's really shallow. It would not be able to hide a fucking body.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, ding. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, the principal, meanwhile, is looking at the abused girl, and, like, the abused girl's crying during the dance performance. And she's now recognizing she might be getting abused, so she runs away from the talent show, and we don't see anything from it just yet. But so then the Rube Goldberg machine in the treehouse eventually ends with unfolding a bunch of like family folding ideas.
Yeah.
It ends up with the folding ideas video about why you shouldn't kill people. But no, it unfolds a bunch of family photos of all the not Hank, Henry and the mom and everyone, just everyone having a fucking great time. And then Henry's like yelling in her headphones through the tape recorder, "Take the fucking shot, Mom! Fucking do it!" And she's like, "You're an 11-year-old. Why would I do this?" And that's the end of Chekhov gun number.
Which is, if you're gonna do this, commit, right?
Yeah, but
if you're gonna be a movie and do this, you should commit.
Yeah,
to
you should just
the idea that all abusers deserve to be shot through the head.
Yeah, but no, it's like
I would respect that shit. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Violence is not the worst thing.
Apathy
is.
Yeah, and you just became apathetic, Mom. That's what I would pre-record if I knew that she wasn't going to take the shot. Yeah. Okay, so she walks outside of the house.
I think it would be funny if it was a big prank. Like, he was like, "Are you kidding me? You almost did it. What the fuck?
The fuck's wrong with you?
You're crazy.
That would be
anyway, love you. I'm in heaven."
That would be a better twist than what this movie has in store. Yeah. Because I guess this is the twist that she doesn't do it, right? That's the first twist. So she walks out of the treehouse and Hank's there like, "Hey, why are you holding this big fucking gun? What are you doing? You
look like you're being murdery."
And then she's like, "I know what you fucking are, you fucking abusive piece of shit. You're touching that child. I know it, you fucking asshole." Like, she says something along those lines.
Oh, so it is sexual abuse.
I think that's what's implied.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think, the movie
I don't know
says
why
it verbatim.
I thought it was physical. I guess because he's a cop.
I
assume all cops are physical.
Well, I mean, they are,
abusers.
yes, and they could go further than that, apparently. So, yeah.
I got a lot of bad takes on this. Don't take it personally. I was abused as a child, which means I have bad abuse takes.
No, I get you. Yeah. So, okay, so he says they won't believe her, but she can afford a scandal. He's going to call her in, but says it won't change who he is. She'll go to the FBI and the newspapers, the things she could have done earlier, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Right. Well, yeah, but...
So then she, follows the rest of the plan. She tosses the gun off a bridge, and she returns to the talent show just in time. And she drives by cops with sirens. So cops are going after, where she was. Oh, Hank probably caught the cops on her. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Right,
ooh.
But actually...
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
So, Peter's performing at the talent show, and now he's doing a magic trick to make his brother reappear in a magic chest, and everyone's like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And the doctor's in the audience watching, what's happening? Whoa, what? But what he means is that he's gonna open the chest, and then a bunch of confetti is gonna fly out of it, and then the whole audience stands up and applauds him. And I put 5-6 rows of question marks after this scene because I was like,
yes, because it's cute and they all cared about Henry.
Yeah, okay.
Sad, man.
Yeah, okay. So while that's happening, Hank's freaking out in his office and he's telling Stan to handle something for him, but Stan's like, "Oh, I got a call from the principal, so we got to open up an investigation." And then the cop lights appear in front of his house.
Yeah.
And so he's staring out of it, and then we get a scene from the view of the window where Henry's room was, looking into the daughter's old room. And Hank from Breaking Bad kills himself. So that happens. And then the mom returns and sees the magic trick being performed and hugs Peter. And then the doctor compliments him and then hits on the mom. And then the cops show up and then they go to the principal and she tells the doctor to look after Peter for a second as she goes outside. And the principal's there talking to the cops. So is Christina talking to the cops. And then she's like, "What happened? I definitely didn't kill anyone." And the principal's like, "Hank from Breaking Bad killed himself." And then the daughter runs up to her and hugs the mom. And the judge awards custody to the mom and everyone has a happy end. And the daughter's happy now.
And now the kids, they all agree on everything.
Yeah, they all agree on anything.
Which means they're going to be good kids.
Yeah.
Which means that
and
it's
she's
painting up Henry got cancer.
Yeah, and now they're both connected. And also,
it was all
she's
fate
like, "I'm
this
going to
entire time."
Yeah, okay.
God was like, "I gave your kid cancer so he could kill a guy so that you could chicken out so that he could kill himself so that you could take his kid."
Yes. So, okay, end of the movie. Here's the last scenes. All right. Henry, through the last cassette, to the mom, I guess, is like, Henry, a good story will remind you of who you want to be. A story of good and evil, the human spirit, living and dying, and doing one in spite of the other. The story is about you, me, my brother, and the girl who lived next door. It's not my story, it's yours. And it's the last cassette tape. She burns all the evidence of everything. And then mom writes a children's book about how one flower had to die for the entire garden to blossom, enriching the soil so that the whole garden can grow. And then they all agree, and then she closes the door, and then credits. And that's the end of the movie. That's the end of the Book of Henry. Sarah, what are your thoughts on the Book of Henry? I'm sorry, I don't know.
Just,
Next suggestion for a movie requires 50 coffees. I am not budging. I am not.
Wow, that's a lot of coffees.
You gotta.
Oh, man, Oh, man,
The psychological torture of the past 4 recordings.
Yeah. I mean, interesting pick, listener. To describe to me a child abuse victim. Interesting choice. And maybe you didn't know. I get it. I don't talk about it all the time. But yeah, it did break me. And I'm going to be honest, sitting through it again was also a struggle.
I'm sorry.
I literally,
sorry.
like, this shit about, like, how this kid had to die of cancer to help all this other shit happen.
And then the movie reinforces it at the end, too.
And then I had to piss after you were done, and I walked outside, and I checked, Walla's GoFundMe, because I was like, I want to make sure that it's
getting
still
people
going
over
up.
there, yeah.
And we're past 20K, and that's awesome. And I piss, and then I get is that Forbes? Oh, is Forbes giving me a notification? Oh, let me check that. Oh, let me check Twitter. What's going on Twitter?
In the world, yeah.
Joe Biden moving forward with $1 billion aid to Israel. And then I come back, and I'm just thinking one kid had to die for the entire flower, the entire shit to grow. And I was like, apparently fucking not. Apparently 40,000 people have to die before nobody gives a shit.
Yeah. No, it's not it's not held up well.
40,000 people have to die before Haley Bailey has to gives an apology
about that she doesn't even believe in, and fucking goes right back.
And no one cares about, because she lost what, like 1,000 followers?
Yeah, maybe like 100,000, but I don't think
100,000.
I don't think it's gone down much since.
Yeah, we just move on. And just movies like this get made, and then, it's like, I thought it was mid. I think a lot of my opinions are just because I was,
I will say
I have trauma, and it colors the way I look at things, and it was difficult for me to understand this movie, and I'm using the cop-out of my personal opinion is going to be different from your personal opinion, because I feel like people are going to be like, no, I really love this movie. And I think if you love this movie, and you got something from it, I think you're a fucking hero, dude. I think you are a hero for figuring out how to get something from this movie.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what I didn't learn anything from this movie. I was actively rooting against this movie as the credits rolled.
A lot of the critics were really funny, because they were like, you're rooting for the mom to kill this man, and then she doesn't. And you're like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. You know what? Yeah. Go off.
That's fair.
And I will say, it is kind of a feat for a movie to be like, we're going to get weird. And the audience is like, you should have gotten weirder.
Actually, I'm going to remember that I wrote this for a kid. So actually, from the perspective of a kid. And why would an adult listen to a kid? I mean, weird flaw in my movie. I'm going to write it right at the end.
Anyway,
Wait, homophobic, also gay.
Homophobic cinema is crazy.
It's the only good idea we've had in this entire fucking
4
podcast.
Recordings.
That's the only good thing to come from this movie, is that there should be homophobic
cinema says.
No, it's a bad movie. It's a really bad movie.
Yeah, it's fucking mid. It's just mid.
That's fair. You know, at
the very least.
Yeah. Nah, I wasn't a fan of it.
It's better than unfrosted. Let's be honest.
Okay, yeah, I have to quantify. I guess for the wiki, I have to the wiki you guys
that
are gonna
doesn't
go make
exist.
Right
no
now.
One's gonna code.
Make the fandom APWSTR wiki right now. Do it, America. Fucking.
And also, listen, I'm not an expert on abuse. I know my type of emotional abuse and parentification that I had growing up. I do not know that much about other types of abuse. And I'm not an official, and I'm not an authority, and you shouldn't look to me to be your main authority. And I do regret saying things like that's child abuse, because I don't know. I truly don't know. I'm a 26-year-old idiot.
Yeah, no, I understand.
That's who I am. And I say things, and I see them, and I go, ooh, that's close to the bad feelings for Sarah.
Yeah.
And then people take it as like I'm saying that definitively is fact.
No,
and I mean, I think me saying that parentification is abuse. I'm like, I think it is, and people are now going to be mad, and they're going to be like, yes, it is, dumbass. And I'm like, okay.
Can't win. Can't win this one.
I just want you to like me. I'm sorry. I just want to win your heart and mind. That's all I want to do. And it's by being correct, and that's something that I never am. You want me to be someone that I'm not, which is correct all the time. I'm not that. I'm wrong a lot. I'm wrong 24/7.
That's okay, though. It's all right.
Someone said, you did the TikTok about the parking.
Oh, yeah.
The guy was like, the sun's in my eyes. I'm going to take a handicap parking spot.
Yeah.
Am I an asshole? And then I said that thing where I was like, sometimes people are like really assholes. Like they're committing terrible crimes. And sometimes they're like obviously not an asshole. And then someone was like, parking in a handicap parking spot when you don't have a parking tag is a crime. And I was like, God damn it, idiot Sarah. You fucking got my
moron.
ass.
Ding.
You got my ass. Homophobic cinema sense, but it's just for me.
Yeah, Saracens.
Dumb and gay. It's just fake and gay over and over again.
Yeah. But okay.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with it. But if you fuck with it, why would I care about what you like?
Personal ranking so far, I would probably put Boyhood #1 on the Josh Mansplains.
Then this one.
Then Unfrosted.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I think all of this is fair. I think Boyhood is the least offensive so far. And then Boyhood is Boyhood's least offensive, and even though
maybe
it
on
feels
par
like
with each other.
They could be like I think Boyhood's not shot like a movie, but at least it
yeah.
Boyhood's just not offensive. As offensive as what's the name of this one called? I forgot for a second.
This is what I mean, guys. We don't know what we're fucking talking about ever.
I gotta get to a brain doctor.
I gotta go to a brain doctor.
Yeah. Boyhood, Book of Henry, Unfrosted. 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And all 3 of these movies are at the bottom of my personal list. And then #1 is actually Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Okay.
True. If you judge us by anything that we're saying here, just know that it's like 10 p.m. This is the 4th time we've recorded this.
It is 10:46, and we have to do a Reddit segment after this, so it's gonna be even better, dude.
Shut the fuck up, man. This is content you get for free, unless you're on Patreon. Then this is content that you lovingly pay, and we love you. And I would give you a hug if I could. But if you're watching on YouTube and you're complaining, man, shut the hell up, man.
Yeah.
What the hell, dog?
God, do you just want to go right into ads and do Reddit?
Yeah, fuck everything
or an
else.
hour and a half in, fuck
Oh,
it.
then yeah, fuck that. I was gonna get a Wattpad story or something, but fuck that shit.
Yeah, it's a shorter podcast. It's supposed to be an easier week off for us.
It's an easier week off for us.
I don't want to record next week. That's why we're doing it. We're recording now.
Yeah.
Ads. Welcome to the ad break.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, are you enjoying this podcast so far?
Yes, I am.
Then you better like, comment, subscribe, hit the gosh darn bell, rate us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts. Share this podcast with people you know and love, please.
Please.
TikTok's gonna leave. Please. We can't. Please, God. But yeah, if you're enjoying it, please do all those things. If that it really does help and helps us get the word out about ourselves and the GoFundMe that we have. Go check out Walla's GoFundMe. It'll be linked down in the description. We are trying to help get our family of 8 doctors out of Gaza and evacuated and give them a fresh start of life into Sweden. Yeah.
Yes.
So please go check it out. Links will be down in the description for that. There's also other Palestinian links as well
as information and donations to Congo and Sudan.
And other GoFundMes as well that we've been reached out to. So please go check it out. After doing all that, if you want to support us, there's a couple ways to do it. I'll start off with our coffee line. We have Straight Over Coffee. We have our 2 branded coffees. Sarah put hers right in front of mine for a second. She has a Chaos Blend. It's a dark roast Colombian bean with chocolate flavoring. And I have a light to medium roast caramel bean.
Yeah.
And it is from Brazil. It is $18 for one, 26. No, it's 16 for one, 28 for 2. With the combo, you get a couple bucks off. It helps support us and supports them. We very much appreciate it if you go check it out. If you want to buy us coffee, go to buymeacoffee.com/APWSTR.
Yeah.
And we'll read whatever you have to say.
Woo.
As long as it's not bad.
Yeah.
Sierra, her bought 10 coffees. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Longtime listener, extremely gay for Sarah, and a fellow Josh enjoyer.
Hell yeah.
Josh enjoyer sounds like the more sophisticated.
Homophobic cinema says here.
God.
Okay, sorry.
I recently just got promoted to kitchen manager, basically head chef at my job, and listening to your podcast on the almost 30-minute drive there and back makes sitting in Vegas traffic in my favorite part of the day. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
You're always making me laugh and brighten my day with your witty content, and I also love how angry and passionate you both get about certain subjects. But I would like to mention, as a Vegas local, in high school, my friends and I would take the sex worker cards and trade them at school like Pokemon. You bringing that up in the last episode reminded me of that and honestly made me laugh until I cried about how ridiculous it used to be. Also, every time you talk about Florida, it literally reminds me of what living in Vegas is like. So if you ever were to ever visit Vegas, you'd feel right at home. Keep being yourselves. Much love and free Palestine. 3 heart emojis. Thank you.
Hell yeah, free Palestine.
I guess, like Vegas being like a hospitality center.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. That would be kind of similar to us where we're just all hospitality all day.
Also just hot.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like amusement stuff there too. That's really funny that you would take the sex worker cards and trade them like Pokemon cards.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty funny.
Is there like a ranking system? Like, do some of them have the
like
polychrome?
The foil.
Like in Balatro?
Yeah, and you gotta...
someone should make a Balatro mod, but it's just all sex worker cards.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, but sorry.
They gotta make a hentai porn game. Do you remember when they did that with, what was it? Like poker? Or something, but it was just all porn.
I do remember that. Yeah,
it was Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
I downloaded that one.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah,
we played it together.
Oh yeah. Forgot. Whoops.
Yeah. Whoops. But no. Yeah, that sounds fun and cool.
Yeah,
they should do that. Get like the sleeves, like Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a online hooker fucking market like 53 cents for
for whatever. That'd be dope.
Dude, hell yeah. Anastasia bought 33 coffees.
Yes, thank you. Oh my God.
It literally paid for our megaphone for 1 month, and I got to pay for another one soon, so thank you. We actually really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. You're baller.
Happy early birthday, Josh. Thank you.
It's
my birthday coming up. Please send coffees. Yeah. Anywho, I love you guys. If I could make 2 brief suggestions, I would love a segment of Sarah Woman Explains Avatar: The Last Airbender, or a segment where you both deep dive into a few episodes of that, or of Legend of Korra, since I remember correctly, you both maybe haven't watched or finished the series. I will say we have finished Avatar. We did talk about that. We did talk about
Avatar. We haven't seen Legend of Korra, and I haven't seen it at all. Yeah, that we could do for sure.
Also a series I would highly recommend is Baby Reindeer. Trigger warning of stalking an essay and just overall fucked upness.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah. Shout out to your Patreon, Patreon/APWSTR. I've been a member for a while now, and I've watched you guys on YouTube for over a year. You're amazing. No other notes. And again, happy birthday, Josh. Heart emoji. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, my birthday's coming up the week of this podcast, so if you want to help after donating to all those GoFundMes,
yes,
buy us coffees or become patrons, please. Because I want one dinner. Just one dinner. With my grandparent, maybe. And I'm going to scam my parents into buying me a birthday dinner. Yeah. But thank you very much. We do appreciate it. It did pay for Megaphone. So
and I've heard of Baby Reindeer. It's actually pretty interesting.
Oh, okay.
The guy, but apparently the guy like was kind of like a trans chaser or something.
Oh.
I don't know. The guy's pretty like it was a one-man show about like how this guy was essayed and also stalked by a woman.
Oh, Jesus.
He wasn't essayed by the woman, but he was stalked by a woman, and then he was essayed by a man at a later time, I think.
Oh, weird.
But I don't know too much about it, so I don't know. I'm just doing the like your Italian uncle, giving you vague details that are all wrong.
Oh, yeah, I get you, yeah.
But I have heard that he has like a trans girlfriend in the show, and so he asked like a trans person to play her on the show, but then they dated also.
Oh.
So like he was gonna get her cast, but then they dated, and then he the Netflix decided to go with someone else.
Oh shit.
And then he broke up with her.
Damn.
So it kind of felt like he had used her for something. But I remember seeing that, so I haven't seen it yet, but I don't know.
Correct Sarah in the comments down below.
Do it for engagement.
All right, Blair bought a coffee. Thank you.
Thank you, Blair.
Hi, Sarah and Josh. 3 exclamation points. As a student who lives near the Cornell encampment, I would like to thank you for your continued support for Palestine. Cornell hasn't divested, but we keep bombarding the emails with fact analysis. Thankfully, my school, not Cornell, is too small to have ties to Israel, Lamal, but we even have pro-Palestine posters here. Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Students out here slang sometimes. Hell yeah, I'm glad.
Dude,
keep the fight going, guys.
You're amazing. You're one of the only reasons that I'm like, I have like hope for this generation. And that might be a lot of pressure, but like I love all the students protesting and doing this shit.
It's good. Yeah.
It gave me such a wave of hope because for a long time it just felt like no one
was doing anything.
Cared.
Yeah.
And it does still feel like that, but it's not true. Like people genuinely care.
Yeah.
So keep doing it. Keep talking about it. Keep talking about Palestine and Congo and Sudan.
Fuck yeah, exactly.
And everywhere that needs to be
talked about.
Yeah. And fucking call your congressman and do everything. And I know I've already said it, but I just am like,
email them, fucking text them, call them, send letters to, fucking make it. Yeah.
And know that you guys are amazing for doing that.
Yeah.
Like that's the difference between, giving in to like silence and, going along with the crowd versus like being an amazing person is just talking about it. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think our final coffees come to us from Tashia. I apologize if I'm saying it wrong.
Sorry.
Tashia. About 5 coffees. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Love you guys for all you say and do from the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Thank you very much. We agree.
Yeah.
Dude, we're so brave. According to Bill Maher, we're so brave for saying we're on the side of the protesters. Fuck Bill Maher. I'm gonna fucking...
That's crazy.
Fucking moron. But yeah, thank you all for those coffees. If you want to send us a coffee, it's my birthday week. You go over to buymeacoffee.com/APWSTR. Also for my birthday, become a week or free long trials on Patreon, even though they're always there, but my birthday. So let's pretend that I'm giving it to you guys for the birthday.
What?
Patreon.com/APWSTR.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's $1, $3, $5, and $10 tiers. You get access to the Discord. We haven't made a lot of exclusive content recently, but it is there. There's some from the past.
Overwhelmed.
Very overwhelmed as we focus on getting Walla more money.
Yes.
It is all there. You get a podcast earlier when we can. There's no ads. We've been working with a new advertising agency. They have given us 1 ad, and we also have a bunch of ads on YouTube and Megaphone. So if you don't want to worry about them, you still want to support us.
Yes.
Patreon's the best way to go.
Yeah.
What else? A bunch of Palestinian links are still in the description, as well as the script. Merch. All of our merch proceeds are currently going to the UNRWA.
Yeah.
It'll all be up here. It'll be in the description down below.
Yes.
Please go check it out. There's distributed computing links as well in the description. Help solve cancer and do more research and science that you can be doing with your computer.
Yeah.
That being said, I know it's getting hot out, so if you don't want your computer running and making a lot of heat,
makes sense.
I get it. I'm going to be slowing down personally as well, but...
And also, if you can't give anything or whatever, just watching is a big deal.
Exactly,
It's a very big deal.
Please keep on watching and liking and commenting, and we really much appreciate it.
We appreciate all of you.
Yeah, so... Enjoy the rest of the show. I don't think there's anything else I got to plug. Everything's in the description, so please go check it out.
Yes.
All right. Reddit segment.
Bye.
Bye. All right, it's Reddit time.
Woo, it's Reddit time.
Butter.
I'm
bread
so
and
sorry.
butter.
I'm so tired.
Wait, yeah, it is now 11 o'clock and we just started the Reddit segment. Thumbs up.
Woo.
Okay, Sarah, high energy.
High energy.
And by energy, am I right? As in goodbye, not bye. Okay, ding.
Ding.
No one's going to know that ding because no one watched the first part of this podcast.
So real.
But that's fine. Okay.
Okay. Today I fucked up by exercising my white privilege.
Ooh, okay. I've been interested by this one. Like, what do you mean?
My partner and I had an extra $80 burning a hole in our pockets after paying bills, buying groceries, and putting a little money into savings for a rainy day.
Okay.
So we decided to have a treat and spring for some alcohol.
Woo!
Woo! I drove the 9 miles into town and browsed the selection. There is a lot of the standard beer, wine, and alcoholic sodas like Mike's Lemonade, etc.
Paid off by Mike's Lemonade to only say that one. Sorry, continue.
Such as Mike's Hard Lemonade, TM, a refreshing time for you and your friends. Right up front, though, there was a freezer full of cute little alcohol slush packets in a bunch of different flavors like Blue Hawaiian, Raspberry, and so forth, on sale for $1 and some change. Being a thrifty drunkard, I grabbed a basket full of sweet booze and went to the register to check out. I'm not a youngster, and I don't look young either. I've got a fringe of pure white along the edges of my beard, so I was surprised when the cashier asked to see my ID. What are you taught?
It's everyone. I used to ask everyone for ID, so I don't fuck you, asshole. Fucking.
Well, okay, just hold on.
Okay.
What I intended to say was, I'm surprised you needed to see my card. What with the white hairs here, as I gestured at my face. Instead, what came out was,
no,
you don't need to card me. I'm white.
That's a pretty big fuck up. That's pretty.
Yeah, that's a fuck up, man. That's a fuck up for sure. You don't need to card me.
Sir.
I'm
Look
white.
at me, and I'm white. Yeah.
He pointed to his face too, to his hairs, meaning I've got gray hair, so I'm old. I'm old, is what you needed to say, but you said I'm white.
I'm old. Yeah, I feel like that's so funny, actually. Oh my god,
that's really awesome. That's an awesome story.
Jesus.
That's awesome.
All right.
The way I gasped. So you went. You don't need to card me. I'm white.
Oh shit. Oh god. Oh god. What did I just say? What did I just say?
Okay. The way I gasped, I tried to explain what I actually meant, and it was the cringiest thing to ever come out of my mouth. I had to choke down laughter. You were laughing at her too. For the rest of the time I was in the store and sat in my car cracking up for like 3 minutes. Too long didn't read. I tried to invoke my powers as a white dude to avoid being carded. And then the edit is I removed a term some people took offense to. Which I'm like, what term? What did you put in there?
Thin ice.
Like
accidentally
cracker or something?
Yeah.
Which if that's the case, they need to calm down.
Yeah, but like
Come
what?
on.
Yeah.
And then someone mentions my favorite Reddit story ever, which is which is the famous, like, oh god, I gotta find it because now I've forgotten what it is that I'm on the spot.
Yeah, yeah, but
it's are you fucking sorry? Have you heard of that?
I feel like I have.
I've probably told you, but it's kids are playing basketball. And one kid is gonna shoot the basketball, but it goes off the thing and it hits the ref in the face.
Oh.
Or the kid is gonna like jump or whatever, and he accidentally kicks the ref in the face. And he's going to say,
I'm so fucking sorry.
I'm so fucking sorry, and are you okay? And he ends up screaming at the top of his lungs, are you fucking sorry? Which is so funny. It's a classic.
Dude, honestly,
like,
yeah. I think we've all had a moment like that where I feel like, especially someone, I'm going to invoke this, my ADHD.
Yeah.
I fucking say things so goddamn quickly that like I'll fucking, how dare I?
How dare you, baby girl, if I ADHD.
But no, I literally will say shit so quickly and like my brain goes too fast that I'll like start a sentence and finish a different one. That shit happens all the time. Yeah.
All the time.
Thankfully, I don't go outside, so it stays in the confines of this house. Yeah. And microphone and audience of YouTube, but like fucking.
No, that happened. I was at when I worked at the airport, the famous airport that I always speak about. We had two guys that were like best friends, like Bob and Jim or whatever.
Yeah,
not their real names. And my
was
friend
he Bob and Jim? Ding. Sorry.
Ding, homophobic cinema sins. Fucking. Homophobic cinema sins is so funny. It's really funny to only me, a person who hates cinema sins so much.
And is gay.
Just like one of those, like, you know, those people that are like, I'm not going to watch this movie. It's too woke. Ding. Just like just like someone like comes on screen. And it's like obviously a queer
PNG
man.
avatar, yeah.
And it's just ding. I don't want to get this. I don't want this shit on my movie. So stupid. Okay, yeah. Anyway, what was I even fucking saying before homophobic cinema?
You were talking about you were at the airport, Bob and Jim.
Yeah. And I had a friend who was like, she had just gotten out of a relationship. She was like a hot MILF, is what, you know, not she described herself as, other people have described her. She was like, lots of men would hit on her because she was very attractive.
Okay, yeah, I get you.
And she was like, she said something and she was like, oh man, I love fucking Bob and Jim. And then she goes, whoa. Yeah. It's one of the funniest things in the world, man.
Dude, that happens so much where you put the fucking in the wrong spot. And then it's like, I've had to cut out.
Notices.
I've had to cut out shit from the podcast where I've accidentally said I love fucking instead of I fucking love.
No, and then we cut each other off too. I mean, I've said it before. It's like I forget what I'm saying halfway through, and then I'll say another sentence. And then it's like, people will be like, I can't believe you said that. Like, I think at the beginning of, like around October 7th, I said something like, Zionists want you to believe that being anti-Zionist is being anti-Semitic.
But it came out
and then like 3 people messaged me to say like, I can't believe you said that being anti-Zionist is anti-Semitic. And I was like, no, I was trying to agree with you.
Yeah, we're on the same page
it's
here.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
And then all 3 of those people were like, oh, I was vacuuming while you said it, so I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, so I don't even know who's right or wrong in this scenario. And I guess it doesn't matter, but I'm glad we all came to an understanding.
It's like, and then people will say like, oh, I was just actually jerking off in the corner 5 feet away from the space.
I was getting mad for no reason. Yeah, I just didn't listen to you.
Yeah.
It's funny as fuck.
It is very funny when you do the audio podcast and people are like, yeah, I just wasn't listening.
It's a podcast. You're supposed to listen.
Yeah. So your white asses down and listen.
I don't blame you for not listening to my stupid bullshit. Just you engaged enough to get mad at it.
Yeah. That was a fucking comedy of errors there.
Yeah,
sorry, I got distracted. There's a bunch of pins on the taps on the floor.
Yeah. Well,
that was a pretty big fuck up, but at least, at least you tried to be like, oh, no, I don't.
If you've ever been like, ew, that's a weird thing that Sarah says, just know in your heart that I'm like, I know. I'm like, yeah, it was weird. I don't know why I said it, man. I don't know.
Wasn't the greatest thing
I'm bad at this job. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
God, solved it, though.
You don't need to card me. I'm white.
You don't need to card.
Holy shit.
Last I checked, white people were allowed to drink. Wait, I mean white-haired people. Fuck. Oh, God damn it.
It's funny because it's a weird racism. It's weird.
It's a weird one. Yeah, it's a weird, like... God.
And it's presented in like, oh, no, don't worry.
Yeah, no.
I'm a white person.
All right. Did I even pick stories this week?
You better have,
so
you
funny
fucker.
If, like, we're doing this.
And then we have to stop again because you didn't pick any stories.
Am I the asshole for charging my roommates a clean air fee to make things more fair?
Clean air fee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, like a carbon tax, you know? Hello, Reddit. I don't usually use this website, but okay, I'm going to start that from the top.
That's a robot. That's not a human being.
Hello, Reddit.
Hello, Reddit. I do not usually use this website.
Hello, Reddit. I don't usually use this website, but my roommates told me to post here in hopes that some outside perspectives would help us settle the situation. Hence the brand new account. The 3 of us live in a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and split costs equally 3 ways, for the most part. I have a slightly bigger bedroom, so I pay a bit more than my other 2 roommates in rent. However, at the moment, I feel like I'm putting more work into maintaining the environment that we all get to enjoy, and that I should be compensated fairly for that.
Okay.
I have over 100 different houseplants throughout the apartment, including shared spaces like the living room that I spend hours every week and thousands of dollars caring for, purchasing, and maintaining. My roommates have commented on how pretty some of the plants are, so I know they appreciate having them around as well. Obviously, the presence of these plants contributes to the cleanliness of the air we breathe in our home.
Okay.
Yeah, you're already getting annoyed by this? Okay.
Just... Okay, man.
With so many plants in the house, our home air quality is obviously superior to those without houseplants. And with COVID and other air quality considerations, it's basically like having an in-house HEPA air purifier. The plants are filtering out COVID? Yeah, you know that thing, photosynthesis? It takes in the COVID.
You think the plants are filtering COVID out of the air?
And with COVID and other air quality considerations, it's basically like having an in-house HEPA air purifier.
It is not that.
But the plants are natural, so they're even better.
That's not how anything works, fam. I mean, it does make better air, you know. That is
true.
Do they filter COVID?
No.
Okay.
But they don't even necessarily do that much of a difference.
Well, yeah, you have to have like a fuck ton of plants.
Not even.
Oh, really?
Even if you have a fuck ton of plants, they don't really do much, as we'll talk about in a second.
Never fucking mind, dude. You're crazy.
Because I've put so much money and so many hours of work into these plants, I feel that my roommates should contribute to the financial burden by paying what we would call a, quote, clean air fee. Something reasonable, like $25 a month for each roommate, would really help offset the cost of things like fertilizer, new pots, soil, etc., and the time that I put into taking care of the plants. I think this is an incredibly fair agreement for my roommates, as they get the benefits of living in a house with organically clean air and not doing any of the work. They think I'm being unreasonable and selfish. I told them that I would be willing to compromise and not charge them a fee if they would hold their breath, because the front door and going to their bedrooms, which isn't even far, it's not like we live in a huge apartment, so they aren't breathing the plant-cleaned air that they aren't paying for. So just to reiterate, they have to hold their breath if they don't pay this fee to their bedrooms.
Okay. I don't even... Right. Okay. No, yeah. Yeah, dog.
They think that's stupid, but have yet to propose another reasonable compromise. So I think it's pretty clear who's being unreasonable in this situation.
Yeah, it's really clear, I'm gonna be honest.
So basically, that's where we're at. I'm the one who everyone gives rent money to, and then I write a check to the landlord. So if we don't figure this out by the next time rent it's due, it's gonna be a fucking problem. I put the word fucking in there, sorry. I'm sorry.
Gotta stop editorializing these. That's really funny. It's gonna be a fucking problem.
So if we don't figure out this out by the next time, So if we don't figure this out by the next time rent is due, it's gonna be a problem.
Okay.
How can I get my roommates to see/understand my side of this? So fun fact, apparently, like even like a couple plants, they only do like
minimal, right?
Very minimal. And apparently, like there's some complicated information about how we get oxygen in our lives.
Yeah.
A majority, theoretically, if I'm not mistaken, comes from the ocean.
Oh.
Algae and shit in the ocean is what makes most of the oxygen that we actually breathe.
I thought with the ozone and everything, god damn this fucking mic stand, but the whole ozone and everything, how it was like kind of clearing back up again during COVID, where like it was like healing a little bit. I thought it was because of the algae in the ocean, like people weren't.
No, yeah. So like, there's a lot of different things too, especially with COVID too. It's kind of weird because
it was like
the
people
shipping
going outside, so there wasn't as much like
CO2 so it actually
outside?
did help out a lot. Yeah, because it's better to actually not burn a bunch of fossil fuels. And,
people weren't driving their cars and everything.
Yeah, and also like with shipping too. It was interesting with that. Like if I'm not mistaken, when it came to like, because apparently a bunch of ships they burn like sulfur or something, like something super bad for like the environment.
Yeah.
And like it caused so many issues that like it actually ironically kept the ocean air cleaner, quote unquote.
Right.
But also because it kept it cleaner, more sun was actually hitting the ocean, so it was actually getting hotter. It was weird as hell. It was
I didn't fully understand it, and I'm not an expert on it either. But that's crazy. I mean, there's so many levels to this. Like, as a pet peeve, I have a pet peeve that if you are going to put shit in the common room and you're not going to allow other people to use it,
you got to hold your fucking breath.
Why would you put it in the common room?
Yeah, that's weird.
Keep your plants in your damn bedroom.
It's your goddamn hobby.
Or like outside. That's you decided to have this hobby and then you spent a lot of money on it. Now you're demanding other people give you money for it. That's not cool.
Crazy. It's wild as hell,
And
dude.
also you're demanding them to not breathe.
In the common spaces. Just stay in your bedrooms.
So you're essentially telling them they can't live in the common spaces. Which
if you don't pay me
such
money.
a fucking...
We're going to have a problem.
Oh my God. Just ask for money.
Just
ask for money if times are tight. If that's what it is, just ask for money, man.
God.
You don't need to make them feel like dehumanized because you're up on your little high horse demanding you to pay me money to breathe my air from my children.
God.
That's wild.
It's fucking crazy, man. Yeah, I don't know. I was surprised that actually having houseplants don't do that much to your
but it
also I guess makes sense because it's one plant.
Yeah.
Like even if it's just one or two plants, and like a couple plants, because
yeah. Indoor house plants we don't really do because we have cats.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I know outside.
Yeah, we got a bunch out there, but yeah.
But
we got
even
water
then,
those.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah,
I'm being a bad plant mom lately.
that's all good. Don't worry, it's been busy.
That's wild, dude.
Are they the asshole? I think they're the asshole.
Yeah, I don't think they exist, but yeah.
Yeah, you think it was AI?
Yeah.
I think it could be real.
Someone's charging someone for air. I think it could be is just the hi
Sarah,
Reddit. I am not usually here, and I am a human being for sure, and I am filled with blood and muscle and bone, and not
I am normal like you. Ha ha ha.
Electronics.
Fucking just like typing into ChatGPT. Can you make like a modern day Lorax selling bottled air illumination?
I was gonna
Reddit
say,
story. Am I the asshole? Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I thought it was a good story though. At least
I thought it was good. Yeah. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my husband his quote unquote fragile masculinity is costing us money?
Ooh, I wonder how.
We're gonna find out.
Then fucking say.
Back in late 2021, my husband Craig, male 46, and I, female 44, welcomed our fourth child into the world. As a result, we needed to upgrade one of our cars to something larger. We decided to trade in my super reliable Toyota RAV4. We're only laughing because there was a most recent...
We watched the comedy special. We might talk about it next week, but it was Connor O'Malley released a new special. Go watch it and then come back.
He talks about the RAV4 like a lot, so now it's funny.
It's a meme to us
because he loves his RAV4.
RAV4, yeah. RAV4.
Ooh. Super reliable Toyota RAV4 for something bigger since I was the one who drove the kids around most often. I was open and ready to embrace minivan life and was planning to buy something reliable and safe like a Honda or Kia. But Craig had his heart set on an SUV. In his mind, minivans were quote-unquote too feminine. So
what? Okay.
Yeah, this is where we're at. So against my better judgment, we ended up purchasing a used 2018 Mercedes GLS 450.
Jesus, you don't need a big fucking SUV. Just get a fucking minivan.
And a Mercedes too, but mainly due to his insistence. He argued that this car would offer similar space to the Kia/Honda minivans I wanted.
And we can go to war.
But with added luxury. Since it was priced like a loaded Honda van, he went ahead with it. After 2 years, I can safely say we made the wrong choice.
Yeah.
While the car does have good passenger space, it doesn't seem to have much cargo room as those minivans.
Yeah.
The reliability has been junk. The car has had 8 recalls during our ownership.
Jesus, I thought the recalls on my car were fucking getting annoying. Christ.
Even when not recalled, it spends too much time at the dealership because something always seems to be broken. Some repairs have been covered under warranty, but we've still shelled out over $9,000, maintenance not included.
Fuck.
The car hasn't even racked up that many miles. Below are just some of the annoyances. The shifting can be rough. Sometimes I press on the gas and the car barely moves, and when it does, it's jerky. For the past few weeks, the check engine light has been turning on randomly, and then numerous electronic issues. Since the car's problems have stepped up in the past few weeks, I'm beyond fed up. I don't feel safe driving it around with my kids, and I've even started getting nightmares about it stranding us in the middle of nowhere.
Jesus.
Craig always downplays this and claims that it's normal for the car to have some issues.
No, that's not some. That's a lot of issues.
Making things worse somehow, Craig's sedan has started developing issues lately. It has begun to refuse to start some mornings and will sometimes shut itself off when it comes to a stop sign or red light.
Oh my God.
On Saturday, I was supposed to drive our eldest to his soccer game and then take my younger kids to the doctor's office. When I turned on the Mercedes, it sounded very rough, the engine light was on, and the temperature reading was extremely wrong.
Oh my God.
I don't bother risking it and end up Ubering with the kids. I told Craig about that night. He listened at first, but when I suggested selling it, he cut me off and said that he wasn't getting a van just because I wanted that.
That's not... God.
It was so combative and defensive the way he said it, and because I was so tired from the day, I lashed out. We argued and it got heated, and I ended up saying, your fragile masculinity is costing our family so much money. In retrospect, maybe my tone was harsh, but he was being needlessly difficult. We haven't really spoken much since then. I'll also be Ubering to work this week since I won't be touching that car. Am I the asshole?
No, not at all.
Edit. For those wondering about the car's condition, I've included the picture I took of it on Saturday when I started it up. The engine light is on and is saying the temperature was at negative 12 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, that car's working perfectly then.
When it was really something like 60 degrees Fahrenheit.
Jesus Christ.
Context. For those wondering, this isn't the first instance of his masculinity being threatened by something minor. He also refuses lip balm and purple dress shirts, among other things.
Yeah, because those are...
Oh my God, this...
gay, dude.
Ding.
Yeah, ding. Can I title this one Homophobic Cinema Sins?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Ooh, yeah, that does not look right at all. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's not...
I'm not a car person at all.
Yeah, if I see negative 12 on my thing and also at the check engine light, I would not want to drive that.
Yeah, like I don't really understand I've never understood the male fantasy with cars. But I feel like also there are probably some ladies that are into cars.
No, I think with because I mean the whole idea, especially
car culture in general.
Yeah, car culture is like the idea, and it's stupid and it's getting worse. But like, okay, because I know a little bit. Listen,
yeah,
I have my cheat day is listen, I hate cars and I hate driving. I want the Dodge.
You want the Dodge Charger.
I know it's
the off-duty cop car.
I don't fucking care.
They don't make them anymore, right?
They stopped making them because the fucking woke liberal DEIs.
Yep, there you go.
No.
This is the one thing that gets them
I
this.
get to be like this.
It's the Dodge Charger.
But no, like okay, so like first of all, the SUV thing, fucking don't buy one. Just don't.
Oh, really? Instead of a minivan?
Honestly,
there's no reason.
I mean, I think there is a reason, but like it's not for a family. Yeah, you'd want to get a minivan. There's a reason why it's like the stereotypical like fucking
yeah.
Because like with SUVs, I think you get more. You can fit a bunch more people in, but they're technically I think like shorter than most minivans.
Right.
And they're also like ridiculously larger. Like there's a big problem right now, especially with car manufacturers, where like there's a lot more trucks and SUVs going on the road as opposed to like sedans and like cars that actually are trying to be more fuel efficient and more, whatever.
Yeah.
And also those trucks will like kill kids all the time. And
because they're too tall.
Yeah, they're too tall. You can't see much past you, and it makes it really unpedestrian safe. Cars suck.
Especially like making a car that's not pedestrian. I feel like that's it. That's why I don't get it. Because I used to, when I worked at the airport, I was looking for a car at the time, and I was gonna get like a fucking Toyota Corolla or something.
Yeah, fine.
Or whatever I was getting. I don't know. I was looking into that, and everyone was telling me every time I came to them with a car, they would be like, no, it's not good enough. And I would be like, why? And they'd be like, because it's like if you're gonna get a used car, get like a cool car. And I was like,
not necessarily.
But I don't care. Why would I care about how cool it is?
Yeah, a car's a tool. It's a utility that you use to get from A to B.
I'm not going to worship this car.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to run it into the ground, knowing me and my ADHD
I have also run my car into the ground. Yeah.
Like I don't know car maintenance. My dad's fucking dead. I'm not going to sit there and worship this thing, and I probably should, but like I just don't operate in that way.
No, yeah.
So of course I'm gonna buy a piece of shit car and run it more into the ground to get to A and B.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is also I think in general you want to buy new, not new, but like used because it's better for the environment and all that other shit.
For the Congo also,
and Congo as well.
Especially if you're getting like electric cars.
Because a lot of cobalt. And like if you want to get an electric car, get it fucking used because they'll still at least refurbish the battery and stuff.
Yeah.
But like so I think with car culture, I think the main thing that everyone and it's kind of weird because it's kind of shifting and changing. Like I think a lot of people have this idea of like, oh, I gotta get a truck or an SUV because I need all that space and shit for when I go camping once a year or when I move house every 3 years. And it's like, just fucking rent a car at that point.
Yeah.
Get something that will at least not cost 10 miles per gallon, you know, or whatever.
Little did I know at the time that I would never have enough money to put a down payment on a car. And I still have never bought a car.
Yeah. But no, like literally though, like, because I think everyone wants the idea of like freedom and like being able to drive wherever you want. But in reality, you're only going to drive to the same 3 places on any given day.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Sometimes I think about it too now as a woman, because then it's like, well, if I had to go, if something bad happens to the podcast or to us or something.
Yeah, and like you got to go to work or something. Or
it's good knowing how to drive. Because like, what if you have an accident and I have to drive you to the hospital?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Something like that.
I think it's good to know how to drive, and have the ability to drive.
But I mean, like, having my own car would be good in case our car ever breaks down. There's reasons to buy. I'm not being anti-car. I'm just saying, like, nah, I'm being anti-car. Fuck this, man.
I don't want to be completely anti-car, but I want to be more pro-public transportation, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm not judging you.
Yeah.
But I am judging you.
Yeah.
You get a big truck or a big SUV.
Unless you genuinely need a truck, like you actually work in like
a farm.
Construction or a farm or like some shit like that, or you need to haul stuff a bunch.
Yeah.
Other than that, try and buy a sedan. Even like a used one will get you by, you know?
Yeah.
And also, it sucks too. Like, if you have to take more maintenance, like if you get a car that's shitty and it costs a bunch of maintenance, fucking sell it. Don't
straight up.
Straight up. If you have the ability to, because I know it's hard and it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
To sell a car and buy a new car, or even a used car. If it's causing you a bunch of maintenance problems, you should fucking get rid of it.
Dude, my dad, this shit is so sad. My dad had a blue, I forgot what it was called. My dad one day asked me what my favorite color was, and I said like aqua blue or something.
Yeah.
So he went out and bought like an aqua blue car for him to drive around in, and he was like, I bought this car new, and when you get to be like 16 or whatever and you learn how to drive, then I'm going to give you this car and I'll buy a new car. But I didn't want to learn how to drive because I was terrified of driving at 16. And he was like, he learned how to drive at like 14, which is before the illegal age now.
Yeah.
Like he had to go and re-get his driver's license at some point, and they asked him when he got his driver's license, and he said the year, and they were like, but wait, that's not legal in that state. And then he was like, no, it was at the time.
Yeah.
And then they were like, but we can't, that's not like an option on the form. So we're just going to lie and say that you got your license at 15 instead of 14 because you could get your learners, I guess, at 14 at the time.
Damn.
Or whatever. It was a year before the actual.
Yeah, because it could have been like 15 or 16. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
And so he was like, okay, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But like, that's not what history was, but okay. Because he's also an asshole that cared about being correct all the time. And so he got really upset that I didn't want to drive his damn car. But the thing about the car too was that it was terrifying because it had broken down like 5 million times at this point.
Yeah.
And he was just constantly filling, it was like a black hole for all of his money.
Yeah, that's the thing too. If you buy a used car, do as much research on it as you can, because you could get fucked real easily.
That shit terrifies me, dude. The amount of horror stories I've heard about, especially with like Facebook Marketplace and all the different like scams that people do.
Yeah.
Man.
No, I totally get it. So be careful when buying cars is what my main point, I guess.
Yeah.
That being said, fucking not the asshole. Fuck this guy.
No, not the asshole.
Yeah, I don't know what you would use a SUV for in a day-to-day. As opposed to a minivan. I think a minivan will give you more advantages.
Okay, top comment really gets my goat here.
Yo, this car cost fucking $87,000.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus, fuck.
Top comment. I don't get it. You're the primary user of the proposed car, and he has his own. Even if you give in and call the car womanly, what's his insistence that his wife, presumably a woman, doesn't drive it? It's like, real.
It's weird. Yeah. He doesn't want it in the driveway. Doesn't look good on the driveway.
That's literally probably
all it is.
though.
Honestly, wow. Yeah, that's actually a good fucking point.
And now she just got to drive the shit that she doesn't feel safe in.
Fucking ridiculous.
That's it. That's all. We didn't even need to go into car culture. Fuck that.
Fuck that, dude.
I didn't even realize reading it the first and second time. She's not even driving the car. Apparently, he drives it on road trips.
Oh, fucking.
But like, that's a vacation.
Yeah,
Who
it's
cares?
a vacation. Yeah. Yeah, not the asshole. Fuck that guy.
Shut up.
Am I the asshole for buying the bag my sister wanted?
I don't know. We'll see.
I, 18 female, bought a bag from a pretty high-end store. 2 months prior before I bought it, my sister, 19 female, told me that she wanted the exact purse for her birthday, which is 2 months away, and has been saving up for over a year now. Last night, I flaunted the bag and my sister saw it, and after that, she hasn't spoken to me. Today, I'm going to a concert and I asked her if I can wear her shoes, and she told me if I let her borrow my new bag. I got pissed and asked her if she was comparing her old-ass shoes that she had walked miles around in college in to my purse. After that, she just said, sure, whatever, and I happily took them. Before I left for the concert, my mom asked me why I bought the purse that my sister has been saving up for, and I told her that because I wanted it, and my mom told me that what I did was very cruel and selfish because I knew my sister wanted it, and I went ahead and bought it to flaunt it in her face. I told my mom not to buy my sister that same bag for her birthday because I don't want to be matching with her and people will think that I want to be like her when people see me. This isn't the first time that something like this has happened. My sister buys a lot of the same things as me and copies me, and it makes me really mad that she's trying to be me so bad. She also has a habit at borrowing my things and it pisses me off that she does this. She also has a jealousy problem. For example, I have a boyfriend and when she doesn't and she tells my family that she wishes she had someone. Another instance is from my prom. Sorry, this is a run-on sentence. I'm sorry.
No, I get it.
She also has a habit at borrowing my things and it pisses me off that she does this. She also has a jealousy problem. For example, I have a boyfriend and she doesn't, and she tells my family that she wishes she had someone. Another instance is that for my prom, my boyfriend and I stayed out till 2 a.m. and for her prom, she didn't have a date, nor did she stay out late. She went home as soon as it ended. She complained about never having any of the opportunities I had, and my dad told her that it's because she's a nerd, even though she's not that smart. But anyways, I have to know, am I the asshole?
I don't think you put one thing in there that made you sound nice. I don't think there was one thing in there that made you sound very nice at all. You sound really rude, like a lot. You sound like everything you say is rude, and I'm actually kind of impressed that you can't, like, you're that rude
as a person.
Just, wow.
Don't you?
And also, she's a huge bitch, and also my dad says she's a nerd, but she's not even smart, so I don't even get that. And also, she wants to be me, but also she has a jealousy problem, and also she's ugly, and she doesn't have a boyfriend, and also, like, this and this and this.
And I'm better than her in every single way.
I'm better than her in every single way. And I'm like, dog, you're an only child, and everything that you described was as her is you, and you're writing this from your point of view, and you want me to say, yeah, fuck her, she sucks, what a loser, so that you can hype up this fake image of you in your own head because you're just a 12-year-old writing shit on the internet, and your parents should be paying attention to you. And I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, man. I'm sorry they're not paying attention to you. But going on Reddit and making shit up is not the answer. And if it is real, yeah, you're a dick, and you know that.
Yeah.
And you know that. Come on, man.
Yeah, you should know by now. You should be able to type all that out and be like, what's that joke in the Connor O'Malley special where it's like, you know that thing where you type it all out and then you realize, oh, I shouldn't post this? We have that. We have that data.
Yeah, we have that data. Oh, yeah, where it's like, you know, you write it out and then you say, oh, I shouldn't say this, and then you delete it. We have that with 5G. That's so funny.
God damn. I really don't.
I mean, you know.
Could it be real? That's the real question here.
Well, yeah, for sure. But, like, it really sucks how materialistic
we've made, like fashion and, like...
Well, just, like, fashion was always going to be about material. But, like, you know, it's just how material, like, it's just women pitting themselves against each other for no reason.
Yeah, that's the thing that
over items.
Yeah, like, you can't have the same purse because then everyone's going to think we're matching, even though...
No one's even looking at you. No one is even I'm gonna be honest. You go and you and your sister have the same purse, and in Walmart, and I see you both have the same purse. I'm thinking about a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about. And then I go back to thinking about Palestine.
Yeah.
That's what I
think, yeah, it's like a little bit like, interesting.
I'm not saying Jenna wants to be like Susie.
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking?
Or Susie wants to be like Jenna. It doesn't matter. Just, be nice to your sister.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just crazy. That I totally like, hey, listen, she does all this stuff, so I'm gonna do it to her. Violence begets violence, you know what I mean? Like what an immature...
You did buy the bag to flaunt it because you used the word flaunt.
Yeah, you fucking...
in your post. If you just said you had it and you were walking around and she got mad at you, you didn't even give yourself that part.
There are words you could use to make you seem not as much of an asshole.
And you still didn't even do that.
Because you're so angry if you're typing this out, if you're a real person.
And also, she's a loser who doesn't have a boyfriend and isn't even
that
smart.
Scene in American Psycho where they're all with the business cards.
Yeah.
And then what he puts his out and it's just like, ooh. And then the other one puts out and the only difference is that
and
it's
he's
underlined.
Like, fuck. It's such a funny scene. Oh, man.
God, I guess we gotta watch that movie for once.
I haven't seen it
I haven't seen it either, but I know a bunch of scenes from it because it's...
I know a lot about the book because the book is a little different.
Yeah.
But like I watched this recent TikTok where someone was like, it's really apparent that like he's getting bullied at the office. Like the reason why he's so into fashion is that his coworkers are coming up to him and saying, hey, how would I get away with wearing khaki slacks? And then he goes into this like really long diatribe of like what you could style the khaki slacks with.
Yeah.
But it's so ridiculous what he comes up with that everyone keeps going to him and asking him for fashion advice and making him, he like is self-inflating himself into being like the fashion guru and having like all this style. But everything he says is so ridiculous that it's kind of obvious that like they're bullying him.
Yeah.
Like they're going up to him and saying like, how would I wear a checkered shirt?
Yeah.
What a loser.
Yeah.
And they're just bullying him.
God. That's crazy. Yeah, fucking awesome.
It's wild. It's like this guy is just not fucking right in the head.
Yeah.
That's the Sarah analysis of American Psycho.
Sarah Woman's
This guy's a little wacky. Okay.
But yeah, no.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's interesting. Yeah.
It's just, if it is real, I get it. Like, I didn't have a sister growing up, but like I remember a lot of times my mom was like, I was really anti-competition as a child, like literally in everything. Like I would go to PE and then they would have us do like relay races and shit. And I hated how competitive everyone got and I would get really upset. And I would be like, I just don't like it. I don't like, constantly being proven to be the worst. But I also don't like winning. It doesn't feel good. It feels violent and like mean.
Yeah.
Like I don't like to see someone lose in general.
Yeah, no, it's shitty.
And my mom was like, well, that's just because you don't have a sister. Like if you grew up with a sister, you would know what competition is like because you'd always be in competition. Which is you can armchair analyze that shit, man. Think about that because my mom had a sister. Ho ho. And boy, she was really just
about to get real Freudian up in this bitch.
She really would just get in the car and then I would be there and I would be talking about my own little scared child existentialist bullshit. And he was like, well, here's a lot of toxic waste to just spill on top of you, 4-year-old child. Like, what the hell?
Better fucking remember this,
like, no
dude.
wonder I was a fucking pick-me. No fucking wonder. They're just like, yeah, it's inherent to be competitive with your sister, with other women.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Like, we are socialized to do that, but it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid. That's why that's a fucking old trope.
Yeah.
Like the mean girls that are gonna fucking...
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I didn't experience that in high school.
Maybe I did in high school.
I mean, your school did have you compete against each other a lot.
We don't need to bring that up. But yeah, no, fucking yeah. It definitely...
We all liked each other.
I'm lucky.
At least at some point. I do think I was really lucky in high school.
Yeah, you got lucky.
People were very kind.
Yeah. Solved it. Asshole. I decree it, so...
You're just young. You're gonna grow.
Where does he... Yeah, exactly.
I hope. Okay.
Or the cat's in the goddamn cradle.
The silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the moon. Am I the asshole for making my plain seat neighbor uncomfortable?
Ooh, how? How'd you make him uncomfortable? Go.
By being fat. I, 40 male, just got off of a long flight. The kind where even the comfiest seats feel like torture racks. Now, I'm a big dude. Not yet booked 2 seats level, but enough for plain seats to be absolute hell. Booked a window seat, figured the extra space would help. The flight attendant assigns a woman to the middle seat. Nice person. We exchanged greetings. No problem. Here's where things get tricky. Nature called a couple of times during the flight, and let's just say squeezing by in that cramped space is an exercise in contortionism at the best of times.
Yeah.
The woman in the middle seat politely refused to get up whenever I needed to use the restroom. The lady in the aisle seat was very accommodating, would get up any time either I or the lady in the middle needed to get up. Now, I get it. Nobody wants some sweaty dude brushing past them.
Wait, the middle lady wouldn't get up, but the
aisle lady would. So he was in the window seat.
And he's asking her to
hey,
get
I have
up.
to go. Can you get up? And she's like, no.
But the other one, okay, so if one of you're okay, that person's already kind of an asshole. If the other one's
The
also
middle
willing
seat.
to get, yeah, middle seat is,
Yeah.
especially if aisle seat's also like, yeah, I'll get up. I don't give a shit. Yeah.
Also, reading this a second time, it kind of implies that she had to get up too.
Yeah, because whenever she got up,
The aisle lady would get up.
but she wouldn't do it for it. That's weird.
Yeah. Now I get it. Nobody wants some sweaty dude brushing past them. I tried my best to minimize contact, literally sucked in my gut and held my breath like I was underwater. But even with all the contorting, there was some unavoidable brushing past. At the end of the flight, the woman makes a passive-aggressive comment about quote-unquote personal space.
You didn't get up.
And how uncomfortable I made her feel throughout the flight.
You could have gotten up.
Honestly, I feel terrible. Didn't mean to make her feel that way, but what else was I supposed to do? Hold it for 8 hours, ask her to physically get up.
Yeah.
Since she repeatedly didn't get up and indicated I should squeeze by, I had no reason to think she was too bothered by it.
8 hours. Yeah, that's like coast to coast, I think.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Am I the asshole for making her uncomfortable? I don't think so.
No, not at all. Well, because there was an option to get up.
Yeah.
Like, okay, unless she couldn't get up for some reason. But
I'm sorry, plane seats are so fucking small now. And I'm a big woman.
Yeah.
I'm a large lady. But that shit is so fucking small. You're all touching.
Yeah,
everybody's touching.
At some point,
I don't care how small you are.
Yeah, unless you bump up to the big seats, you're touching someone. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because, like, also, yeah, okay, that's the thing, too, is, like, if you're getting up, okay, not the guy, the gal, middle seat. Middle seat
lady.
We got 3 parties here. We got window, middle, aisle.
Yeah.
Are they following the etiquette of you get the 1 arm, 2 arm, 1 arm? Probably not, but that's beyond the point. But, okay, so, here's what's up. All right.
Yeah. Let's go.
Fucking aisle seat, awesome. Doing great. They're getting up.
She's
getting up every time, no matter what.
Yeah.
Middle seat has gotten up. Other person has moved for him.
For her own interest.
But for
no one else.
But for no one else.
Yeah.
Window seat needs to get up. Middle seat's like, no. Aisle seat's like, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll get up. Yeah. Because it's not. Also, okay, 8-hour flight, gotta be real with you guys. I'd want to stand up randomly.
At some point. Yeah.
I would not be able to sit for 8 hours unless I sleep.
My only thing was like, well, you should have peed before the flight, but because I forgot that it was 8 hours. But 8 hours, I expect
I expect someone to piss at some point.
Yeah,
I expect everyone to piss on an 8-hour flight. Honestly, yeah. Even because like even if I got on a flight and I pee beforehand, I'm peeing like maybe 2 or 3 hours in at least.
And you piss a lot.
I do piss a lot. Yeah. I will say, when we went to New Orleans, I don't remember how long that flight was.
3 hours.
I don't think I got up.
Yeah, it was 3 hours.
Yeah, but after 4 hours, I think most people would probably have to start. Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, because movies are too long these days.
Movies are so long.
No, but fucking like you could make 3 hours work, but I think anything above that, I think some people, myself included, would have to get up and pee at some point.
Yeah.
I think even I might have gotten up and peed.
I think you did.
I think it was only because we had the big seats I was actually comfortable getting up and pissing.
Real, yeah.
I'm gonna be because we upgraded our spirit because that's where at that point we were upper lower middle class.
Yeah, no, I felt very like fancy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now we can't even afford plane tickets.
Yeah. Mm. But yeah, no, I don't think you're an asshole
at all. No, solved it.
the thing I don't get about the plane seat thing too is like people are like, oh, if you're fat, don't get on a plane or buy 2 seats.
How the fuck are
or
you gonna
whatever.
get anywhere? Like,
well, that's the thing, and also you should be yelling at the plane like companies
for making super small seats and cramming everyone.
It would be more comfortable for you too. Like you
Yeah.
hate fat people that much that you're gonna turn around
You
and
realize
like
that, yeah, and
advocate for a company that's making you uncomfortable
yeah,
as
here's
well.
the thing, hey, skinny people, they're gonna eventually make us all stand on the plane.
Yes.
Like they're planning on that. They've been inventing those standing half sitting seats
Yeah,
to cram more people into a plane. Fuck off. No.
have solidarity with your brethren, man.
Yeah.
Your
Jesus.
fat brothers and sisters.
Also, let's be honest here. If you really give a shit, advocate for more like trains and shit. So
Yes.
that way, like intercity, like
they got the thing
fact
with
that,
the
like,
big
people-
tables where you can like scooch in.
yeah, or even like
It's
like the
nice.
fact that like people will take flights from Orlando to Miami, use the train. Now that there's a train there, fucking use it, guys. Like, come on.
It used to be because the Miami airport is like way too expensive.
Yeah,
I don't know people that would take flights from Orlando to Miami. I think that is a little ridiculous. But
I think there's some people that do it though. Yeah,
people would fly into Orlando and then drive to Miami just to save money.
interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
But yeah, advocate for more
take
trains.
a damn train.
If
yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
Advocate for more trains.
Do it.
America.
And also make trains cheaper.
I will say, yeah.
so
the
many
fact
times I've gone on a train, it's like expensive as shit.
yeah.
I'm like, why would I use this and not the airplane?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Relationship advice.
I feel like this is just both of us being old and yelling.
back in my day.
We need more trains.
Uncle Henry. Okay.
Yeah.
How can I, 26 male, get coworker, 20 female, who doesn't like men to like me?
Hell yeah, dude. If this is a genuine question and this man is genuinely asking, I can give you some advice
Okay.
if that's the case. But we'll see if he deserves
Okay.
it. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you gotta believe.
Yeah.
TLDR, I think TLDR, I think a girl at my work doesn't like men. I've been going out of my way to be nice to her, and nothing works. How can I get her to want to talk to me?
Okay.
I started at my job about 3 weeks ago. There's this girl I work with sometimes who I really like. I've been trying to come out of my shell more lately and make an effort with people. Going out of my comfort zone and talk to people, all that. So I decided to try to give this girl one compliment every day I saw her.
Okay, man.
And it wasn't creep shit like, quote, nice ass, or anything that would make her uncomfortable. Stuff like that she has a pretty smile or beautiful eyes or that kind of thing.
That is still creepy.
Well,
You
it's
work
not nice
together.
ass, so I mean...
You're right. It isn't nice ass, but you should... oh, here he goes, man.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Listen, guys, it was 3 days ago and I picked this, all right?
Don't try to get out of this. Lack of personal accountability.
Yeah, you're right, yeah. But I feel like whenever I do it, she gets kind of weird and goes away from me. All caps. She has not told me to stop or that I make her uncomfortable. She just does a weird smile and says thanks and goes away. I feel like she doesn't want to talk to me at all now. Friday in the break room, I even put a little note in the pocket of her jacket. It just said, "You look nice today, Jay," with a smiley face. I just thought it would be nice and make her smile. She never said anything about it. I told my friend about her, and he said she probably spends too much time on social media where women are being taught to be afraid of all men.
Baby, you gotta learn. Joshua Chinland, Joshua, you gotta learn how to not pick stories that are obvious rage bait about women being like, you gotta learn how to not choose obviously fake stories about women who hate men that are trying to get on this podcast. Because that's all they want, is just to see me be like, oh, I'm mad at you. And then they're like, gotcha. And I lose points. And I'm in an eternal battle with these guys now. They called me a misandrist. They called me a big fat blob that hates men. and a misandrist.
I do have 6 stories. I could pick another one right now.
No, I mean, this one's great, and the TikTok's gonna eat chomp, chomp, chomp. Eat it up, baby. TikTok's gonna love it, but like, you gotta find, like, no one sits there on the phone and is like, she's on social media too much and now hates men because of Sarah O'Heron on the APWSTR podcast, where they read Reddit stories like this one about men who are obviously sexist. Because my first response in like my understanding of it is like, oh, maybe she was assaulted by a man and she has trauma and now doesn't trust men.
Yeah.
And there's not really much you can do about that, honey. I'm sorry. But no, now it's like obvious that this was like a 4chaner that is doing this to get people to like, with like a humiliation kink, and needs a lot of negative karma because he's got too much time on his hands.
Yeah.
Because his parents don't love him.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's obviously what it is.
But no, it's actually because social media teaches
right.
women
all women hate men, yeah.
It all clicked when he said that. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Why else would she act like she doesn't want to be around me or talk to me when all I do is be nice to her and try to make her happy? I also realize she talks way more to girls than men and doesn't seem as friendly with them. What can I do? What can I do to show her not to be afraid of me and that I really like her? I don't know what nice things to say to her that I haven't already said. Have you tried nice ass?
I mean,
for some reason you're going away from that one. I think you should really give that one a go.
Show up at her house. Show up at her house. Maybe she'll like that.
Wait, show up at her house? Wait.
Yeah. Show up at her house.
Oh, show up at her house.
Show up at her house.
I thought you said show a better house. I was like, whoa.
Show up at her house.
At night.
At night. And look at her.
Knife in hand.
While she sleeps. No, you should be unarmed completely.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Without any protective gear. At all.
Yeah.
So she could call the cops and they can gun you down. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He needs advice, you know? I guess that's some good advice. Yeah, fucking
yeah, my advice, kill yourself.
Okay, I guess
via cop. Kill yourself via cop.
Suicide by cop, yeah.
Suicide by cop.
I don't know, dude. It's okay. Here's why I think potentially real, right? I do think there's a bunch of Andrew Tate fucking dick riders out there that would tell other men if they had the chance and they opened up.
I don't think it manifests in a Reddit post of being like, and then my friend said that all women hate all men because of propaganda online, and it all made sense. Like, if you actually had that situation happen to you, you go online and he's like, oh, go on r/redpill. And then you go to reddit.com r/redpill and you get red pilled, and then you're gone. You're gone. You hate women.
Gone, yeah.
And maybe you're going to escalate to the point where you like shoot up a school or something. And, you know, you fall deeply down the fascism rabbit hole or whatever. And then you leave hate comments on like our TikToks or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, you know, that's fine, man. It's not fine at all. I'm so scared of it all the time. But like, yeah, fuck, man.
God. I don't remember why I picked that.
What do you get out of reading me a story about a man that hates all that is like a fucking idiot child?
Incel, yeah.
Pre-incel.
I think it's crazy.
Harasser.
I think, okay,
what do you get out of this fucking story?
Okay, so let's say that, like, I think, like, this is, okay, I think this, like, every lie, there's a nugget of truth. I think someone out there started putting notes in the fucking jacket of their fucking female coworker. Don't do that. I think that's what I'm like.
If you are a woman and you're listening to this and you get a note in your jacket pocket and it says, nice ass, Jay, go to HR.
Yeah, go to HR at that point.
Because one or two things will happen. One, something will happen and they will fucking kick that guy out of the company. Or two, more likely, they're going to be like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You do have a nice ass.
Then you can sue.
And then you can sue, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you can call a workplace
harassment. I think it's just wild to like fucking write
lawyer. And you can get out of your shitty job.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I can't believe that people would have the gall to put shit in other people's pockets, like your fucking Matt Damon in Ocean's 11, and like fucking pickpocketing.
I forgot what happened. I was trying to give a friend of mine, like $1. And then I snuck it in her pants pocket or something. And I fucking did it. It was awesome.
Damn, hell yeah, dude.
And then she found it later and she threw it at me and she was like, how did you fucking do that? But it is a violation.
It is a violation, yeah, for sure.
She luckily laughed it off and luckily it was okay. I don't recommend doing it.
No, kids, try it at home right now.
Don't do it for fun.
Don't do that. Go to your...
Don't do that for fun. You could get in trouble.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't not report it if it does happen to you. Definitely report it.
I guess, yeah.
They might not do anything and they might violate your rights as a human being, but then you can call a lawyer and sue and get money.
I like that my first response after reading it was, have you tried nice ass? That's the only one you haven't tried yet.
You do show your ass all the time. Misogynist
it's called
Joshua.
Comedy.
You can't even be funny anymore. I can't even be misogynist in my comedy
anymore.
Yeah. What if we made a Pop-Tart that didn't have icing on it? Am I the asshole for throwing away my husband's Father's Day gifts after what he did on Mother's Day?
Ooh.
My husband and I have 2 kids, 6-year-old boy and an 8-month girl. He told me for 2 weeks leading up to Mother's Day that he had an entire weekend planned for me. This is not normal, but there's been years in the past where I did complain and feel hurt because he didn't really do much of anything for me on Mother's Day. But I always went all out for him on Father's Day, and I just felt unappreciated.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that he finally understood where I was coming from and was going to make it special for me this year. I quite literally only asked for a massage, and he repeatedly said that he couldn't just give me a massage because it, quote unquote, wasn't enough. So, like, I don't know. At this point, I'm truly thinking this man went all out.
Yeah, a massage better be at least included in whatever this thing is now, yeah.
It's the only thing you said you wanted, so,
yeah.
Anyways, Friday rolls around and a bunch of people start showing up. He invited a good 10 to 15 people over.
I'm out.
I think I knew 2 people. He called it the quote-unquote Mother's Day bonfire. We had a fire all right, but I was the one who chased the kids around all evening, my 6-year-old while holding the baby, and some other person's 2 kids because they weren't watching them. And quite literally, no one spoke to me. I wasn't acknowledged until the very end of the evening, and that was by my husband's buddy who told me he was, quote-unquote, stealing my husband to go out four-wheeling. It was like 11 p.m. at this point, and everyone except me was drinking.
I'd burn the whole house down. Holy shit.
I said my husband wasn't going anywhere. I even said this to my husband. You're drinking. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, you can't drive. Wait a minute. Yeah, hold on. Whoa, okay, I just realized. Okay, sorry. I'm just so shocked at the order of events that have happened.
We're already this deep into the shit.
Oh my god. It's fucking midnight when we're recording this and fucking...
He took that...
Throw this fucking curveball? Christ almighty.
He took that as I need to find a designated driver, and then I can
that's
go.
What you need. You need a fucking bullet in the goddamn head. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. I need to find a designated driver, and then I can go. So he asked the neighbor to drive him around and took off with everyone. I'm extremely hurt at this point because this was my promised weekend, and I got stuck with other people's kids. Wasn't spoken to at all, had a mess to clean up, and now my husband is taking off. I explain how hurt I am the next morning. He says he gets it and apologizes and says he just had too much to drink and wasn't really thinking clearly. Okay, I get it. It's whatever. We didn't do anything Saturday because he spent half the day sleeping off a hangover.
Wow, what a good Mother's Day weekend you're dealing with. Wow. Ooh, wow.
So 2 days out of 3 days of the weekend.
2 to 3 days. All right, but third day, you got to bring it back with the massage,
He's really going to get there.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday rolls around and his boss calls him at 6 a.m. and asks him to come into work.
No, say no.
Because they're short-staffed.
Say no.
And he said yes. So I expressed hurt and said, but it's Mother's Day. And he says, I know, I'm sorry. I just don't want to pass up the opportunity for more hours. which I get that too. So whatever.
I get it. Money's tight for people. I get it. But like, you're 3 strikes.
He gets home at 5 p.m. and starts getting the kids dressed and ushered towards the door. So I'm thinking we are finally going to celebrate. We end up going on a walk. I love walking, but 5 minutes in and he's complaining and has us turn around because of the black flies. Parentheses, they weren't even bad. So again, I'm disappointed. When we get back home, he lays down on the couch and says, "Oh, your gift is in the truck."
What?
So I go down and it's a $5 storage container for sugar/flour. I do like stuff like this, but I'm so hurt at this point. I asked him if I could at least get a massage, and he says, "I'm sorry, babe. I'm just so tired," and falls asleep around 8 p.m. when he usually doesn't even go to bed until midnight/1 a.m.
What?
I just sat there crying. I took the 3 gifts that I already bought him for Father's Day and chucked them in the trash can. Personalized items that cost me more than I want to admit, but I don't even care anymore. He found them in the garbage this morning and asked me what they were, and I...
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. He found them in the garbage this morning and asked me what they were and why they were in the trash covered in food, and I told them that they were his Father's Day gifts and left it at that. He's now saying that he, quote-unquote, tried to make my weekend special, and that
how many quotes are around the word tried? Because
one.
There should be a million. There should be a million pairs, yeah.
To make my weekend... He's now saying that he tried to make my weekend special and that he's hurt by me throwing away his gifts to retaliate against him for it not turning out the way he wanted it to.
What are you fucking...
The only way in which I think you were a little bit of an asshole is that you keep excusing his behavior. But that's not...
That's victim blaming there, Sarah. What are you fucking...
Well, it's like, man, what are you going to do? This guy is farting in your face every day. You gotta stand up, honey.
You gotta bring the hammer down.
I'm fully in her
court. Yeah, no, same, yeah.
You're not... She's truly not an asshole. That was more of like a turn of phrase. But like, you're not an asshole at all, but you need to yell at him.
You gotta yell at him. I'm sorry. That's not okay. Dude, 3 days in a row of fucking up. I've never fucked up like this, right? Like this badly, right? Like, okay, good. Because like I'm just like Jesus. Because like I don't know. I feel like I feel bad sometimes because I feel like I'm bad at holidays and stuff.
That's
but
because
like,
we're poor.
Yeah, but like. Yeah,
your birthday's in a week. I don't even know if I can get you a present. I'm gonna bake you a cake.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah,
because we don't have money for a cake.
That's for like going to Publix. Yeah,
and spending $3 on like a pound cake. Josh doesn't even like full ass cakes like I do.
Yeah. God, that's fucking
like
dude.
Yeah, that's
3 days. You're like, I'm gonna go all out, and then
you
first
don't even
night's
get the one
bonfire
thing
that no one talks
that's
to you,
free.
and you have to
She wants a free thing, and you can't even get off your ass and do it. That's why.
It's like, oh, my bad. I'm tired. Eat shit, honey. I'm going to bed.
You're drunk, and then you're gonna go 4-wheeling, and then she's like, automatically, she's socialized to clean up the mess of the party that he threw with no notice to her, with a bunch of his own friends that she doesn't know.
And like fucking. He sleeps in the next day, so you don't even do anything. So if there was a plan, it's out the window.
Like, damn, dude.
And all you get's a walk, $5 of a containment for sugar and
flour.
And yeah, that's not a full.
And you're watching other people's kids.
And this is all a gift to you. Get out of here.
Wow.
That's no fault divorce needs to be a.
This is the reason for no fault divorce.
Yeah, this is nuclear
honestly,
option.
Even if you went and said, Your Honor, you gave me a $5 sugar flour box, and I had to go to the truck to get it.
Yeah, you had to go grab it yourself.
The judge should be like, all right, yeah, he fucked up.
Grab it yourself
from the truck.
Yeah,
at least walk out to the truck and get it out of the truck for her.
Bananas.
Did he wrap it? Probably not, right? He just bought it, threw it in the truck, and then was like... Also, he's staying up until midnight, 1 a.m. when they have 2 kids and an 8-month-old.
That's pretty wild, yeah. No, he needs to be better. He needs to be better father, dude. I'm sorry. That sucks. That's the worst. And then he goes to fucking work. On Mother's Day?
Which, yeah, get those hours, I guess.
Get the money, I get it. But
like, go out to eat?
At least go out to eat. Get a fucking... That's so wild, man.
Yeah.
Not an asshole. Obviously not an asshole. Solve that shit.
Yeah, not an
Jesus.
Asshole. Wow. Not envious of your life. I'm sorry.
Hey, happy Mother's Day. Be a babysitter while you go four-wheeling.
It's Mother's Day. She loves being a mother.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Here, be a mother. Clean up all my mess.
Yeah. God damn it. All right. Am I the asshole? Okay.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for celebrating during a coworker's meeting? Curious.
What does this mean? You love the vague titles.
What? What are you talking about? I don't love shit. I don't fucking love anything.
I don't love anything.
Yeah, get out of here. I have a friend / coworker that always offers to make birthday cakes for everyone. This week was my birthday, so last weekend she texted me asking what flavor I'd prefer.
Okay.
I told her this time I would take the cake myself, and all she had to do was be there to eat it. She told me she would be there all day except for a 2-hour period when she had a meeting. I told her, great, see you then. When she was attending her meeting, we didn't really want to wait, parentheses, some people wanted to leave, so we sung happy birthday and had the cake without her. I guess we could have done it before her meeting, but I didn't think of it.
Okay.
I don't think she was mad at us because she talked to me after that, asking how the cake was and all. However, for the rest of the day, she was not joining in as usual in our group chat, and some of my coworkers are saying that she's probably upset and that I was a bit of an asshole. On one hand, it's true that she always makes sure to work around everyone's schedules and leaves slices for those who can't be there. Parentheses, we didn't leave her a slice because we finished the cake. On the other hand, it was the first time she wasn't the one organizing, so we're not very used to it, and I didn't expect her to mind. Am I the asshole?
This is a thing that happens in offices, though. Like, it is usually like a big fuck up of logistics whenever you have to like bring a big old thing of food.
Oh yeah.
One time I was at a job and they were like, "Oh, it's a pizza party in the break room," and then you're like, "Oh, okay." And then you go there and then people are like, "There's so many rules for the pizza party," and you're like, "What?" And then they're like, "Yeah, so I need to see your work ID and I need you to get in the green line, not the blue line. And when you get into the green line, make sure that you have your ticket." And then I'm like, "My ticket? What do you mean my ticket?" So I get in the fucking line and I walk into the thing and I was like, "Oh, great, we're going to get pizza." And everyone else around me is like, "Yay, pizza." And we get there and then the guy's like, "Where's your ticket?" "Only 2 slices per ticket." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, to like a bunch of like carnival tickets, like paper carnival tickets.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
In like a little plastic things. And I was like, no one gave me a fucking ticket. And then everyone else pulls out their little paper tickets. And I was like, what the hell?
Why does everyone have a ticket but me? Yeah.
And the guy was like my manager, like my own personal manager. So like he knew I worked there and everything. And then I had to get out of line, go back out, come back. And by the time that I had done that, A, it was like 20 minutes in my 30-minute lunch.
Yeah, Jesus.
B, they were out of the like pizza flavor that I like.
Oh,
so it's just
Jesus.
Like shit like that happens all the time. No one knows how to wrangle a certain amount of people.
So crazy.
No, yeah, that's like all the. How many times has it happened where like I've been in a fucking group and then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna pass along a card to like sign or whatever."
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And then we would do that, and then it would be like, "Oh, here, Sarah, here's your card on your birthday." It was like 3 people. It's like, oh,
yeah.
It's not that they don't like you; it's that no one knew how to like pass it around. So it's kind of like you might be a dick for not saving her a slice.
Yeah,
I do think so for sure. But it's also I do get being new and fucking up. Like that's just kind of part of it.
Dude, I've definitely been on the short end of like the getting fucked over. Yeah.
I think most people. Yeah. I assume most people have, unless we're both bullied because we're neurodivergent.
Yeah,
probably,
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, like, dude, fucking, oh god, dude, I always feel like whenever there's like a bunch of food, I try to like not take that much because I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Dude, we had a potluck, I think, at my old job for like probably Christmas. I think was what it was. I don't remember. It was like maybe it was Thanksgiving. I don't remember. No, it could have been Thanksgiving because that would have been 4th of July. That's what it was.
Okay.
4th of July potluck. And it was like nothing was going on that day, so we all just had a bunch of food. But like I only had like a hot dog and there was like a bunch of like fucking food and shit, but I felt weird if I went back for seconds.
Real.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And oh god, dude. For some reason my boss was fucking videotaping everyone eating.
What the hell?
Yeah, because in the break room in our like little like place, I don't know how to describe it. It was like a really big building, and we were underground underneath the building.
Yeah.
And it was like there's a break room, and then the offices were right next to it, and it was like walled off from everything, and you had to like unlock it with your IDs and stuff. But right next to the offices were like this TV.
Yeah.
And they would have like all the announcements of like, oh hey, don't crash the golf carts into other golf carts, guys. Fun.
Yeah.
And if you see any damage, report it, you idiots.
Mm-hmm.
And so my manager decided to make a video of the 4th of July like potluck and just like a bunch of people eating. And there's just like, and I was watching it because I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And this was around the time too that I was like only coming in once a week, so I wasn't really like,
yeah, you weren't really into it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then there was a like 10-second clip of me alone eating in the fucking
I'm sorry for laughing.
No, it's funny now because it's been a fucking year almost since that happened. But it's just like me eating a hot dog, and I'm just like, it's like not a good angle. It's like I'm just eating like an asshole, like apparently, and I have the most neutral expression, like maybe a little bit of sadness because I'm alone eating and everyone else is having a good time besides me, and also I'm hungry still because I only got like 2 hot dogs and maybe a couple bags of chips, and like I didn't want to take that much food because I didn't really, it felt weird. But like for 10 seconds, it was just on me intercut with like
time.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Why is that? Why did you do this? I don't know. That manager was fucking weird, man. I don't think like, listen, I also don't understand social cues. So he didn't either, I think.
Yeah. I mean, get her like her own slice. This is the correct answer. Go to Publix and buy her a slice of cake and give it to her and say, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, man.
I'm sorry, we fucked up. That's exactly. The answer.
That's all you got to do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy peasy.
Based answer: no food in the office.
Oh, you mean draconian ass?
No fun.
Actual
no
answer:
food.
like work for a corporation that will just fucking hire caterers, man.
Yeah, you know that's fair. Yeah,
like. And they did that a lot.
Oh, that's nice.
It was really nice. They would have like fucking they would have oh my god, what was it? They would have like food trucks come by. They would pay food trucks to just come by.
Oh, that's cool.
And then they would pay for the food trucks to just give us food.
Dude, awesome. Hell yeah.
So we didn't have to pay for it. It was like our lunch.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it was baller. But they would also have like I think that did also kind of happen at there was one time they had like a snow cone food truck.
No.
And a lot of people couldn't go because the snow cone thing was only there for like a couple of hours, and we were on calls because we were doing intake, and our lunches didn't, or our breaks didn't match up. So luckily, I think I didn't have a break during that time, but my manager was like going around to people that they knew wouldn't have breaks and like taking our orders and, nice. Going and get it. It was really nice. But then when she went down to go get it, she came back up and I got it. And it was nice. I was talking with someone from a different department over the phone while I was on the phone with them, and they were like, "Oh, did you get an alcoholic one?" Because we were constantly drinking. And
I'm gonna censor your workplace now that you've brought that up, I think, just to be on the safe side.
This call center, they constantly had like alcohol, like charity events. Like we had Jello shots for Pride.
Oh hell yeah, nice.
Which I ordered so many of those, and you would take them at your desk. You would get drunk at work. It was awesome. And at Cinco de Mayo, we went out and our entire training
how'd you guys
class,
handle this culturally sensitive holiday? Yeah, how'd you guys?
Yeah, it was fucked up. It was fucked, actually. They were like, it was full on one of those things where you go into the break room and all of your white supervisors are wearing sombreros.
Oh, awesome. Hell yeah.
And
definitely no problems with that whatsoever, Sarah. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Well, and there was one, they had like tacos there, I think. And then they also had margaritas, some with tequila and some without. So us and our entire training class were like, free margaritas, Hell yeah.
Signing my ass up.
So we all had the same lunch. So we all went to the margarita place, and we kept getting margaritas all lunch. And then we went back to work, and they had decided that post lunch that day was when they would have the vice president of the company come in and give us a talk.
Just got fucking pranked, dude.
So we were super loud and really rambunctious, which we were. It was a really special training class. Everybody was really friends with each other.
That's
so
nice.
It was annoying as fuck. But because I have a cold black heart. But they were all very nice with each other. It was nice. And so then we were all just people were sending memes to each other through Teams and being super loud and just not doing work. And our trainer at the time was like, what has gotten into these guys? And then as we were leaving to go home, we had all thrown away our paper margarita cups in the trash can. And he was like, oh,
that makes sense.
You all are drunk as hell. Because they weren't supposed to give us more than
their
one.
Cars and drove away.
Yes. Well, you picked me up, so I didn't do that, but everyone else did. But also, they gave us more than one margarita. We drank 3 margaritas. I drank 3 margaritas in the middle of the day and got paid $18 an hour at that job. God, that was such a good job. Am I the asshole for setting up a just-in-case fund for my daughter?
I don't remember if I read this one and I asked you if you read it, but I'm excited to see this one, yeah.
Yeah. My daughter has been married to her husband for 3 years, and they recently had their first child. The entire time they've been married, she's been a housewife, and now she's a stay-at-home mom with no plans to return to work. I think that's fine and have been supportive. I also know she and her husband both have sizable life insurance policies, so if God forbid one dies, they'll be okay. However,
so when I kill one of them because the kid's getting abused, I know that the kid will get money, yeah.
Right, a reference to
Book of Henry, yeah, yes. Sorry.
However, she also signed a prenup, which again, I think is smart, but according to my daughter, she'd get a very small settlement. And even with child support, there's a good chance she'd have to return to work. And after being out of the workforce for a bit, who knows if that'll be a challenge. My main worry is my niece fell into this scenario, and even with child support, she struggled. So my husband, parentheses, her father, end parentheses, and I set up a quote-unquote just-in-case account. If she and her husband divorce, she'll have money to fall back on just in case.
Okay.
If they remain married past the time my husband and I die, it'll just be added to what she'll inherit. I didn't intend on telling her about it unless it happened, but my husband pointed out that if she was ever in a situation where she wanted to leave, but worried she financially couldn't, it'd be good for her to know she has a plan B. So we told her, and she was a little surprised. She said she appreciated it, but felt we were quote-unquote rooting against her. I said we love her husband and hope they have a long, healthy marriage. We have always been supportive, but this is similar to the prenup, just in case, a last resort. Well, she told her husband, and he's pissed at us as well, saying that we don't trust him. I said it's looking out for our daughter and really is no different from the prenup.
You know, you could have trusted him before this, but if he's kind of like...
He sold himself out,
yeah,
didn't
it's
he?
like, what are you fucking doing? It's like, whoa.
Yeah,
I've never seen this from you before. Hold on.
I added that just as he'll always want to protect his daughter, we'll always want to protect ours. Am I the asshole?
No.
I don't think so.
Not at all.
I think it's
That's
smart to have
as
this.
fuck. Yeah. I think in general you should have a savings backup plan.
I think also if she might be like, what the hell? What are you doing? But if she ever comes out of this situation and you have it for her, she's going to be very grateful.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, no one ever knows what's going on behind closed doors or even anything that could happen. Like they might have a fucking, like a roof leak.
Yeah, something happens and it's like, oh, I have money for you just in case. I think that's good. If you're making enough money, you should save it. And like, if you have family and you can want to give it to them, I think it's a good thing.
I think it's like, community. Like, fucking
helping your family out. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think, I don't know, someone who's fortunate that my family is like very caring and like, we went to on Mother's Day, it was like, hey, do you want to go in the garage and grab anything? Like
every time we go
over, it's
like
nice. Yeah. And sometimes, we don't need anything, but sometimes when we do, it's, it's nice. It helps out.
It is really nice. And it's something I've had to get over too, because my family was very like, do it yourself.
Yeah, but no,
feel shame if you can't do it yourself.
That's individual, that's like,
And I've learned since with your family that it's like, it doesn't mean that I'm poor or that I'm shitty or whatever, that your mom wants to give me stuff. It means that she loves me. And
yeah, that's how she shows it. Yeah.
wants me to like not have to spend money on things I don't have to.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. And I really genuinely appreciate it. And honestly, I don't think I would have been able to make it as far as I have without the shit that she's given me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
And
it is.
us.
Yeah. Okay. So like in an alternate universe where like you're still in contact with like your parents or something, and they have like an emergency backup fund for you.
Yeah.
I don't think my first response would be like, "You guys, what the fuck?
No.
You don't believe in me?"
That's the weirdest
That's the weird
shit.
thing is like I don't know why the husband's pissed.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's okay. Is it like a little insulting? Maybe, but also no.
If you're
because
not used to it, maybe. But even then, like, there was another Reddit post I saw, and I'm not saying that these two are the same or that
No, yeah.
at all. But there's another one where this guy, he posted about how he wanted to break up with his girlfriend because he found out that she had a go bag. And he was like, they were perfectly fine. He didn't have a problem until he found her go bag.
That's weird that it's like.
And then he was like, wait, you don't trust me? And then she was like, no, it's just in case something
It's
happens.
taking me a while. Off topic, sorry. It's taking me a while because go bag is also what sound people use in film. And
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, it's the term that like has their mixer and stuff. So I'm like,
Oh.
he's a sound recorder? And that's
like
what
an
he's mad
exit
about?
plan, like a thing with like
No,
a bunch of
yeah,
money
sorry.
and like clothes.
No, I think
So, like-
that's more than fair to have. Yeah.
And a lot of people were like, I have one. Everyone in my family has one because like, what if there's a fire?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. You should have a backup bag just in case.
Yeah.
We should probably plan a
That's
go
what I'm
bag,
saying.
Yeah, to have everything ready.
Like money and clothes and whatever. And
yeah, like cash and
and all of your important documents and stuff like that. Because like, what if? So then everyone was like, you're an asshole. This is normal to have. What the hell?
For sure, yeah.
He updated it and was like, thank you guys. I broke up with her and I think you guys are crazy for saying that I'm an asshole for just wanting my partner to fucking trust me. This is why men
That's not
or whatever. And then he
we
like
weren't
went
even
on this
talking
huge
about that.
like women, like the society not trusting men. This is the worst problem in society right now.
And then he
is
told
that
his
men
friends,
are blah blah blah, the whatever. And it was like the most insane shit I've ever read. It was on BORU updates, Boru, best of Reddit
updates. Yeah, I've seen. Yeah,
and
That's
I was like,
crazy.
whoa, dog, what the hell?
Yeah, that was
I was
not.
like, now I don't believe you ever had a girlfriend to exist.
Yeah, I think it was all fake now. No,
Yeah.
he's the friend from the post that I
Yeah.
read earlier. Yeah, see,
He probably wrote this one too, honestly.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Have a go bag.
Have a
Always,
go
yeah,
bag.
I think,
It's
yeah.
important.
If you told me tomorrow you have a go bag, I wouldn't be offended. Be like, I get it. Yeah.
I have a
You gotta be
plan
safe.
with like one of my friends. I was like, hey, if I need to hang out at your house, like if we ever break up or something, or I can't be in
Yeah.
the same house or something,
Hey, I get that.
then can I sleep over at your house? And he's like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Sleeps.
leave. Well, because I'm like, I don't want to have to go to
No,
a
I get
women's
it.
shelter
No,
or
I
something.
I understand.
you
Yeah,
know?
the cats you got to take care of. I get it.
Well,
Yeah.
plus also I know for a fact I can't make rent at this place by myself.
Same. Yeah. I
And
know
that's
that.
every woman has told me, make sure that you can make rent by yourself.
Yeah.
Because-
yeah, we gotta.
Trauma of men leaving them.
No, I get
you
it,
know?
yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I guess I gotta figure it out.
No,
I
I
don't know
get
where I
it.
would
Yeah,
go.
no, it's fine. I think everyone should have an escape plan.
Well, then also like, what if we get kicked out of here?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, we're fucked. Yeah.
Like, I don't think a lot of people think about how close to homelessness we all are. Truly.
Yeah. Especially if you rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also if you just barely make rent every month.
Yeah.
You know? Fuck.
Jesus.
It's something
Yeah.
to think about. It's not against anyone else.
No, of course.
No.
Yeah. Fucking. I think everyone should have it. I think regardless of gender, I think everyone should have a plan B.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because also if you signed a prenup,
Come
have
on, man.
a fucking go bag and have the money saved. Yeah, no, fucking yeah. If that's okay, this should be okay for sure.
Exactly.
But it's like, why are you gonna have more money than me? What? No, no,
No, I want to leave my ex-wife destitute.
Yeah, exactly. Like, fuck off.
The mother of my children destitute.
That's so weird to
it's
me.
very strange.
You're not the asshole.
And
Solved
I'm
it.
sus.
Everyone should be able to save money. I'm not a financial expert, but if you have the ability to, like, if you could save like $1 a month, better than nothing, you know?
Yeah. That's true.
Obviously, probably more than $1, but but
most likely, yeah, that might not be that too much.
I think I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to save for myself personally because like right now I have $100 that I can't touch it for a year, which I guess will be good in a year. I'll have $100, but like fucking I don't know, like maybe $10 a week. I don't know. That's a lot, but
like that's the level that we're
at.
Yeah. Man, someone asked for a financial audit, and you're never gonna get that. You're never getting that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't want to know all the things I spend money on.
You do not want to know. I barely know. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Automatic payments. I don't fucking know what that is.
Yeah. People just sign up with my credit card all the time.
Yeah.
I have 15 Netflix's accounts because I get hacked every week.
So real.
No. All right. Final story.
Yeah.
We made it. There's just podcast going out this week. We did it, guys. Patting myself on the back for doing my job. Am I the asshole for grooming my wife's dog as a joke?
What does that mean? Grooming a dog as a joke?
Yeah.
Is it like shaving a mustache as a joke?
I guess, yeah. But okay,
that one that was definitely AI that we read?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Ready? My wife and I had 2 dogs. Unfortunately, they both passed away last year. They were medium-sized dogs and not so active anymore. While it was sad to see them go, I was ready for a life without dogs. My wife, on the other hand, wanted a dog.
Mm-hmm.
We found a small dog that fit her current lifestyle. She is small and needs very little exercise. Our daily walks and games are plenty. She is a very pretty dog, even though she has these weird crests of fur that stick out 1.5 inches on both sides of her neck. She looks like she borrowed a pit bull neck. I like to joke with my wife that I'm going to trim the fur so we have a normal-looking dog. She keeps telling me to leave her dog alone.
Okay.
Yesterday, my wife was out and I was home alone with the puppy.
And I was like, fuck what my wife said. I'm going to do what I want.
She got into the garden while I was working and rolled in the manure. She needed a bath. Before I bathed her, I took a little bit of gel and brushed the fur back so it looked like a normal neck. Then I sent my wife a picture and said that was much better. There were threats made. She came home angry to find a happy and clean puppy with all her fur. Now, my wife is mad because she thought I actually cut the fur. I don't think it's so egregious that she would be upset. That's it.
So he didn't actually cut the fur?
He didn't cut it, but he joked that he was going to cut it earlier and kept saying he was going to cut it. So then he sent a photo with the gel back.
Right.
To make it seem like he had cut it, because that's the joke. And then she got mad at him for pretending to cut the hair.
Because she told him don't do it.
Yeah, don't touch my dog.
It was
please.
like, it'll be funny.
It'll be funny. What if I did, though?
The thing. I mean, I guess no harm done because you didn't actually do it.
But it's also like you're fucking with the wife.
Yeah, but I also don't really, like, a little bit, I don't get why she's so mad.
I think,
unless it's like something that will harm this dog's life.
I think maybe I can emphasize with the wife a little bit. Like, you have 2 dogs pass away, and then you get another dog, and you're like, this is the one bad happening. So then husband comes in and it's like, man, that neck's fucking weird. I should cut it off. I should cut that neck a little bit.
I will say I've never looked at a dog and been like, that dog looks weird.
Yeah,
and I want to change it. I've never done that, but I've not really... You know?
I don't know. I think it's weird. Yeah. Like, that's like a weird, like, I guess, like, because, okay, in my head, as professional comedians.
Are we? Yes, whatever. Who cares?
Whatever. As professional comedians, what's the joke here? The joke is my wife told me, not to do it, but I did it. But I pretended like I did it anyway, even though I technically didn't, but it looked like I did, and I made her freak out for a second.
Right.
That's what a funny joke.
Threats, though?
Okay, see, that's where I'm now. Also, my Redditor brain come in, and I'm like,
were there threats?
I don't think there were threats.
Like,
I think she'd be
imagine
mad.
sending a photo of a dog that looks like a dog,
and then you cut the hair off.
You cut the hair off.
Like you cut the hair off. Yeah, whatever.
Of a nice looking little doggy, and then the wife is like,
"Here's your IP address.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna shoot you with a gun."
See, yeah, that's where I'm kind of like.
But I doubt it's threats. I guess it's like, fuck off.
Yeah, like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, you asshole.
I told you not to, and you did it. Now I'm mad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's valid to be mad.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah,
I
it's
don't
weird.
know. I don't really know if anyone is an asshole in this situation. It sounds like a joke that You didn't actually do it.
Yeah. I'm going to see if there's something. I thought there was something. Yeah. Fucking. Were there comments? Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe I'm just so
Dude, you're dog pilled? Or not anti-dog pilled?
just like there's so much other crap that has happened. It's not the worst thing in the world to joke about a doggy.
That's fair. I get what you mean.
But I mean, yeah, she said don't do it, and then you pretended to do it. Of course she's going to be mad. You can't really expect her to be like, haha, funny.
Yeah, when it's like, I've been asking you not to do this, and then you acted like you did it.
Yeah. Like, I'm more chill, I guess.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm not a quote-unquote chill girl. That's a type of girl, I guess.
Yeah.
But I just don't care too much.
Okay. Thought experiment.
But also, if you do care a lot, I don't judge you about it. Like, that's your shit. So she said no, and then he pretended to do it.
All right, thought experiment real quick.
What?
You and I, we're living together, right?
Right, we're living it. We're doing it.
Right now.
Right now,
yeah.
Yeah.
I start joking that we should shave Fox her whiskers down.
Well, don't do that. That's actually harmful to her, though.
I'm gonna totally do it, though.
But no, that actually hurts her, though. That actually would hurt her. That's how they know where stuff is.
Oh, okay, fair. So
like,
I
if
send you
like,
a photo where I Photoshop her whiskers off, and I said, "Look, I finally took care of the whiskers."
Yeah,
lol.
but that would be like if he was like, "Let's declaw this cat," and then I said, "No, don't do that," and then you Photoshop the claws off the cat. It's a little worse than just shaving the neck, unless it would hurt the dog. If it would hurt the dog, then yeah, what the fuck? That's not a funny joke. If it doesn't, and it's like frilly, it doesn't matter. It's all frills and no substance.
Yeah.
Then like, okay. I would just be like, you're a fucking weirdo, man.
That's fair. Okay. That's yeah. I think asshole. I think kind of an asshole.
A little bit of an asshole, but kind of to pull a prank, you have to be a little bit of an asshole.
That's fair. I guess I'm
just not the worst asshole I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, okay, I can get that.
Like, on this, I'm not gonna call this guy an asshole the same as the guy that fucking told his wife for 2 weeks he was gonna give her a 3 week
Yeah, there's different levels of assholery.
There's different levels, for sure.
That's fair. Yeah.
I do think you're kind of a dick.
Yeah.
But yeah, you play pranks on people.
God.
That comes with the title.
Territory, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Solved it,
dude. That's our show.
We
did it. We did record.
If you hate us, yell at us in the comments down below and ruin our vacation. Ruin it with your shitty hate comment.
But if you love it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the gosh darn bell, and raise 5 stars on Apple Spotify podcasts. Y'all know the spiel probably by now. Rate us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts. Let me actually say it out loud properly.
I liked the way you said it the first time.
And don't forget to share and like and comment and stuff, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And patreon.com/APWSTR, buymeacoffee.com/APWSTR if you want to support the trail financially.
Yeah.
We're APWSTR on TikTok, podcast Save This on Instagram, APWSTR on most things, podcast Saves Relationship on all podcasting platforms. Sarah, what do you want to plug?
Follow me on That's So Hearin, ThatSoHeeron. That's ThatSoHeeron on all social media platforms. Also, Save Wallace Family.
Wallace Family. Link. What is it? Link is down in the description. The GoFundMe's there. Help them get to 65,000 USD. It's about 650 krona in Swedish krona.
Yeah.
But please keep that in mind for conversion rate, baby.
Yes, 10 to 1. 10 krona to $1. Whatever.
On average, yeah.
You can give $1 by putting in 10 krona.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can use that to bypass the $5 GoFundMe minimum.
Yeah, exactly.
If you just convert it over to krona first.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Keep that in mind. Don't forget to, I'm Joshua Chinland on most things. Guy nicknamed JC on Twitch. I will stream. Someday. During the week off?
Really?
No,
That's
probably
work.
not. Yeah, it is work. You're right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You can if you want to.
I will see.
I don't know if I'd work during the week off that we have to fight for.
That one person is a fucking use their Prime sub.
I get it.
I gotta do it for them.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Sorry for low energy
Yeah, we're very tired.
It's late. This is the fourth time we've recorded.
It is 12:50. We haven't even had pizza for dinner yet. We gotta go make it now.
Yeah. So we're probably gonna eat dinner like 2.
Thumbs up. Yeah, don't forget
12:50, like 1:30, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, enjoy the rest of the episode. We'll see you all on the next one. We're taking this week off. It's over. We're done. See you all on the next one. Bye.
Podcast is over. The whole thing gone, done, dead.
No.
Done.
No.
Dead,
no.
gone.
We're still gonna do more podcasts
done, dead,
after
gone.
this.
We're gone.
We're gonna be back on the
done, dead,
26th.
gone. We're gone.
It's just one birthday, and then yeah.
Done. Over. Heat death of the universe. Everyone's dead.
You think I'll let the fucking heat death of the universe get
me
in the
from
way from podcasting? This is my life now. I'm never going back. You think you can go back?
Your pupils are really circular.
Fucking.
Anyway, thank you. Bye.
I guess that's the outro.
That's the outro.
All right, fuck it. Whatever. Fuck this.